Hello, hello. Hi, Molly. Hello, Raiders. I hope you're all having a good day. Happy Halloween, everyone. Hello, Molly. And also thank you, Fluffy, for the fucking tier 3. I don't even have emotes past tier 1. Maybe I should figure that out. Hi, Maya. Oh. Molly, I know that I was just watching you, but how are you enjoying Night in the Woods? Other than it being way too existential. And by that I mean the perfect amount of existential? Too much? Not enough? Hard to say. Yeah, whatever. Where are we? Yes. It's Halloween, so I decided, well, I didn't decide, I made a poll for what game to play, and, Inscription got second place, so I might actually end up playing that later on. But Jill-O-Lantern took a very clear first place. Everyone was like, play the game where you date the hot pumpkin lady. And I'm like, you know what? Sure. Why not? I expect this game features low polygon depictions of violence and death and involves several topics which may be upsetting for some viewers. Also, that's also very true. But Jill-O-Lantern here is, what does this game look so, I don't know, it was made by some weird little indie studio, I think. Don't know anything about it. Hi, Kay. It was really interesting. Please, take a seat. It was interesting starting up the game. Frozen on the menu. Hold on. It is frozen on the menu. Why? Let's see what happens. Please, have a seat. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's because I'm using... There we go. Fixed it. Anyways, it was interesting starting up the game and seeing Screensaver Studios pop up in your logo. I was like, hey, I know that person. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to start by assuring you that everything you tell me will be kept in the strictest of confidence and will only be used or distributed as absolutely required. I'm looking at all of you in the chat now. This means that you are not allowed to, don't tell anyone what you see here, okay? This is very top secret. Shh. I need you to tell me the whole truth about what happened, no matter how horrific, unbelievable, or impossible it may have been. Can you do that? Can you tell? Oh, yeah, it's the new things that you implemented. Yay! Cool. The game is still on sale for a few more days. Yes, also that. Go pick it up on Steam and on itch.io. Anyways, spookiness. Okay, that also reminds me. I debated earlier on whether to go with this for Halloween or the Diva costume. I will let y'all decide amongst yourselves if you want me to change to the Diva costume, but for now I was like, let's go Spooky Doll. Spooky Doll works. I think so. My concept of what's impossible is pretty different from what it was 2 days ago, though. Spooky Doll's good? We do like the Spooky Doll. That's a good sign, Miss Finala. Can you state your full name, age, and date of birth for the record, please? Vivian Victoria Finala, 20 years old, October 31st. Happy birthday, Vivian. That was yesterday for you, wasn't it? This all happened on your birthday? Yeah. Is that an action figure of me? I like to use models to help understand events. I will continue to love the costume on the shirt. It's so funny. Is that okay? Sure. Thank you. We can begin whenever you're ready. Well, where should I begin? What brought you to the lake? Let's do that a little bit. My, roommate, Joy Ranter. My birthday is on Halloween, and there is a party out on Lake Shish Kebab, so she dragged me out there. Did you want to go? No, but she said I had to go. Take your time, there's no rush. God, no. No. This ain't no Annabelle shit. Hopefully. I'm not. I refuse to be. We went out to the lake. The party was okay for a little bit. Then people started disappearing, including Joy. I went out looking for her, but I found some dead bodies instead. How did you know they weren't actors or props? It was Halloween after all. I'm studying to be a forensic psychologist. I can tell a real corpse when I see one. Or smell one. Really? I wouldn't have thought there'd be much need to handle corpses in that particular field. I've been taking some extra courses. Accidentally. Well, what happened when you found the bodies? I only watched what Caden streamed that one time. And by one time I mean 2 times. So I've technically seen up through, up to like what the demo originally was. So I know more or less what's happening at the beginning, but I don't know the ending. Is the important part. And also I don't know what choices I'm going to make or what you may have changed. I went back to the party to get help. Joy was still missing, but... Doot-da-doot. Big doot. Big-da-doot. Joy was still missing, but I couldn't go looking for her by myself with an unknown murderer on the loose. There was barely anyone left on the beach, and the people who were there were too far gone to understand what I was saying. Nothing I said seemed to get through to them. I figured they were all too drunk or high to understand me. I should have realized. Don't try to get ahead of yourself. Just keep going in the order of events as they happened. Well, the beach was no good, so I headed over to the old abandoned ranger station that was nearby. Mark, the school quarterback, and his football friends had set up a sort of VIP area over there. I should have realized something was up when I went inside and found them all completely sober. I tried to tell them about the bodies, but of course they didn't believe me. I just laughed and said it was a prank, but I managed to convince Mark and one of his buddies to follow me back to the docks to see for themselves. It took 10 minutes of them messing with the bodies before they were convinced they were real corpses. After that, they agreed to help me look for Joy. They didn't go back to tell the others or call for help. No, Mark agreed with me that finding Joy was the most important thing to do at the moment. I didn't think of it at the time. I was too emotional. That's perfectly understandable, Miss Finala. Please continue. Well, we found Joy's body pretty quickly. It was in the middle of a giant pentagram laid out in the forest floor a little ways away. While I was sobbing my eyes out over her body, a muscular woman with a jack-o'-lantern for a head walked out of the woods. Kinda hot, not gonna lie, but we'll get to that later. Nobody recognized her from the party, and she didn't say anything. She just raised a blood-stained machete and started power walking towards us. Power walking? Yes, it was like, it's a little bit more than a regular walk, but not quite a run, or not quite even a jog, even. Like, walking with purpose. Needless to say, we all assumed she was responsible for the murders and ran. Not the best first impression. I've had worse, actually. You wouldn't believe this one guy that... you know what? Story for another time. As we ran from her, we kept finding more dead bodies scattered around the forest. There were some up in the trees, a lot of them that we nearly tripped over, and just corpses everywhere. Did any of you try to leave or call for help during that time? There's no cell service near the lake, or any other working phones since the ranger station shut down, so calling for help was out of the question. Because, having a party out in the woods where you can't call for help in case of emergency is a great, wonderful, fantastic idea. We couldn't go back to town either because Mark lost his keys while running from the pumpkin woman. And every vehicle we found was wrapped around a tree with another body or two inside it. It was like a slasher movie mixed with a drunk driving PSA. What about leaving on foot? Hiking at night in that area is inadvisable at the best of times. The lake is surrounded on all sides by mountains, and Mark insisted that taking the road on foot would make us sitting ducks for the pumpkin woman. Given all the bodies, nobody felt like arguing with him. At first, we tried barricading ourselves inside the ranger station, but after we told the football team about the pumpkin woman, they decided that setting up some extra security was a better idea. They had some innovative ideas. Unfortunately, the traps I can't talk. I can't talk. Take two. There. Unfortunately, the traps proved to be more lethal to them than the pumpkin woman. As soon as she showed up, most of the football players ran right into their own traps trying to escape because they're fucking idiots. They certainly weren't on college on any sort of, like, grade-based scholarship, I'll tell you that much. Or they fell off the roof and broke their neck while shouting at everyone else to watch out for the traps. Because again, they got into college on sports scholarships and nothing more. It was utter chaos until Kenny ran out with a shotgun and blasted the woman right in the pumpkin. Bye-bye? Go bye-bye? Bye-bye. Sexy pumpkin woman shrugged it off with an echoey, spooky laugh, grabbed shotgun and broke in two with bare hands. Realized whatever pumpkin was, pumpkin couldn't be human, so college students ran. This hard, difficult. When students stopped to catch breath, three tried to find out what to do next. Vivian said students should take chance and take road back to town. Mark said students need find somewhere else to hide until someone came to save students. Kenny suggested that students visit Old Witch who lived on Lake. Vivian never heard of Witch of Lake before, but Kenny said Kenny heard rumors. Thanks, Maya, for Pokeball. Kenny heard rumors about Witch at party. Students put two and two together and realized Witch must know something about Bulletproof Pumpkin Woman.
Worthless consumer models.
Thanks for concussions on Halloween night. Mark was against at first, but Mark changed mind when Kenny and Vivian threatened to leave without Mark. Students took boat across lake and trudged through forest.
And Sephiroth!
Not Sephiroth, no! On Halloween? For a bit until students found Witch's cave. Witch not there, but Witch had left spellbook on table. Spellbook written in Old German. Old German is Vivian's second language, thanks to Vivian's grandmother? Old German, highly specific. Not New German, not Future German, Old German. Spellbook was open to spell for summoning a demon, which explained Pumpkin Friend. As Vivian picked up book, pages flipped to another spell. Spell that kill Pumpkin Demon. Vivian should have questioned spell, but Vivian had a way to avenge joy. That was all Vivian cared about, all Vivian thought about. Vivian only think about joy. God, Vivian was such an idiot. So Vivian took book, kill demon. Was the plan, but on way out, students ran into Witch. Well, technically... Chat trying hard. Chat trying hard, kill Rika. Thank chat for laughing. Kenny ran onto the point of Witch's magic knife. Kenny melted into puddle of goo right in front of students' eyes.
The door to darkness?
Even with all carnage Vivian seen Scene was stomach churning. Sound, smell was awful. Which had another magical artifact? No, the knife was just another spell from the book. Mysterious interviewer sees. Please continue. Witch told students that if students gave back book, Witch would destroy demon. Ooh, ooh. Mark seemed willing until Vivian said Witch was lying and that Witch was one who had brought Pumpkin Demon here in first place. Witch try attack Vivian and take book, but Mark tripped Witch and threw Witch into Witch's own cauldron. Students got out while Witch boiled to death.
My friends are my power.
Oh my god, thank god for the 5 minutes are up. I actually did it this time. I'm so proud of myself. I finally... Was that the first time I ever lived through a pronoun ban? Congratulations to me, and thank you everyone for throwing stuff at me. Definitely because you believed in me and not because you wanted me to get hit with a bunch of stuff. We got out of there while she boiled to death. I don't think she made a very tasty stew, so we just kind of left without really tasting it, you know? Like, I don't like leaving food behind, but as someone's usually gonna do, a very grim fate for a witch. Well, we didn't have any breadcrumbs to follow, but I needed to find somewhere with clear access to the sky to cast the spell, so we went back to the lake. We were about halfway there when we heard heavy footsteps following behind us. What did you do? The only appropriate thing to do when you're being stalked by a demon. We ran like hell! Oh, I think this is when we, enter into the visual novel mode! Mark, wait!
What? Are you kidding? That thing's right behind us!
Mark was the star quarterback, so I had some difficulty keeping up with him as he ran like a scared rabbit through the dim forest. Real hero he turned out to be. I could hear the steady, rhythmic crunching of the underbrush under the demon's boots behind us. His steps were even, unhurried, but they were coming closer and closer with every thudding step. Like I could walk faster than I could run. I forced myself to push through the pain in my chest and sprint after Mark, but the footsteps just kept coming closer.
Damn it.
I'm the one with the book, you stupid... Ugh. I'm okay. My foot snagged on a tree root and the spellbook went flying out of my... Spooky Yuki. I didn't like that. I forgot to... You know what? I totally 100% forgot to do? I was going to add spooky stuff for sound alerts, and I forgot. Oh, well. My bad. As I landed hard on the forest floor, I had the wind knocked out of me, but I pushed myself up and spat out some dead leaves as I looked around for the book. It had landed in the shadows, but I knew exactly where it was. It was like it was calling to me. Can you describe the book? It was grotesque. The book was bound in pale white skin, and its spine was a real human spinal column, complete with ribs that sank into the cover of the book. Whenever I touched it, the book seemed to shift and pulse slightly under my fingers, almost like it was alive. Interesting. Please continue. I scrambled over to grab the book and heard something crashing through the forest ahead of me. I looked up and saw Mark running back for me.
Hey!
Hey! Come with me if you want to live and all that shit. Let's go! I saw his eyes dart over my head before growing wide with terror. I didn't have to look back to know what he had seen. I took his hand before he ran off without me again, and he half dragged me through the forest. We ran for a bit longer until we hit the dock that we had tied the boat to.
Hey!
Come on! Just a little further, we gotta get away from Sephiroth, he's right behind us! One winged angel playing softly in the distance. It's like, oh god, it's getting louder! I'm trying! When we reached the far end of the dock, Mark stopped dead in his tracks. I nearly ran into him and was about to ask what his problem was when I saw the answer for myself.
What the?
The boat we tied to the dock was floating nearly 30 yards away out in the middle of Lake Shish Kebab. The rope we used to tie to the dock had been hacked apart by a familiar-looking machete that was still embedded inside the post. I felt the bottom drop out of my stomach as I realized why the demon had seemed so casual as it chased us.
Damn it.
Clever bitch.
Hey, we're gonna have to swim.
This book is our only chance of stopping that thing. We can't risk getting it wet.
Okay, then you stay here and I'll get the boat.
I think the escape plan ship has already sailed.
It's not a ship, it's a boat. There's a difference.
Can you explain the difference?
The one can carry the other. The other one cannot carry anything. Shut up, I don't remember which.
We slowly turned to look behind us. Standing at the edge of the forest. Yes, congratulations, you did learn. I think a ship can carry is large enough to carry a boat, but a boat can't carry other boats. Yes, I think that technically includes lifeboats, which is why a cruise ship is a cruise ship, because you can carry lifeboats. I don't know, something like that. It's a size thing. Standing at the edge of the forest was an annoyingly self-satisfied looking pumpkin demon. I might be wrong, I only remember slightly. She thought she had us trapped, but she was wrong. As she stepped out of the shadow, I felt the spell wrinkling under my fingers.
Sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy,
hold on.
Sorry.
There we go. There she is. The power inside it thrummed through me, practically begging for me to unleash it. It was almost like I could hear a voice whispering in my ear, telling me what to do, telling me to avenge Joy's death. I had my target, my weapon, and the perfect opportunity.
Okay.
Buy me some time.
What? What?
I only need a minute. Damn it, will you stop being such a coward and be a man for once in your life?
What? What did you call me?
I said you're a coward, but if you want to prove otherwise, then here's your chance. Just stall that thing for a minute and don't let it get onto the dock. Or run around screaming like a chicken and draw it away, but just buy me some time. Mark glared at me for a second, then adjusted the collar of his Letterman jacket and grabbed the machete stuck in the dock post. It took him a couple tries, but he managed to pull it free and nearly fell on his ass in the process.
Alright, I'll take care of this bitch. Then I'll show you exactly what kind of man I am.
He slicked his hair back and strutted towards the waiting demon. I tried to focus on finding the book that had shown me back in the cave.
Come on.
Come on, where is it?
Hey! Freak face! Do you have any idea who you are dealing with here?
Marcus Andrew Martin!
My name is Marcus Andrew Martin, star quarterback of Cravenport U. And you'd best remember that, because I'm the one who's about to send you back to the pumpkin patch. In pieces! Small one.
Ugh.
I did my best to ignore Mark's attempt at trash-talking the 6-foot-tall, 300-pound killing machine and focus on flipping through the book while not getting any paper cuts. If you get a paper cut on the Necronomicon, that feels like a bad thing, right? Like, nothing good can come from a Necronomicon paper cut. That's definitely going to be infected with something nasty. I didn't want to find out what I might summon if I spilled blood on that thing, or what diseases I might contract.
Come on.
Oh, and I know it's in here somewhere.
Aha!
And there it was. Tota den Morder. Which translates to kill their killer. Kill the killer, correct? What sort of spell was it exactly? Oh, wait, no, hold on. That was the interview. Which translates to kill the killer, correct? What sort of spell was it exactly? It was supposed to be a kind of divine judgment. If you cast the spell on someone who had killed a human being, then the wrath of the heavens would smite the wicked from the earth. I see. A magical trial and execution rolled into one.
Ha! What?
You think you're tough, huh? Come on, let's go.
I tried to keep my focus on the spell as I began the incantation, but it was difficult.
Huh?
You think you're tough, huh? What?
What?
You think you got what it takes to take me?
Mark was making it impossible for me to concentrate. I have a really hard time focusing on anything when there are people talking around me, and he was screaming so loud that I could have heard him across the lake. He was at least buying time, though. The demon was still watching him. Ooh. And hadn't. Or do you want Mark?
Ooh woo!
Nope, that was cursed. That was cursed. Was that cursed? A little bit cursed. Kind of funny, though.
Ooh woo, motherfucker!
The demon was still watching him and hadn't moved from her spot at the edge of the woods. Although, I wouldn't say she looked exactly intimidated. I love how she's just spiking the camera. Like, are you seeing this motherfucker? Are you seeing this bitch? Got a machete and everything. Means she can take me on?
Ha! What?
We trashed the Del Toro Bulls, the Robtown Zombies, and the Stephenville Kings.
Okay. I recognize Rob Zombie and Stephen King, and I think and Del Toro. Yeah, yep, Del Toro. That makes sense. Del Toro Bulls. Nope, I get it. Very funny.
We're gonna crush you into pumpkin pie, you little freak. What?
I tried to block him out and focus on the spell, but he had started saying we instead of I, and it was really throwing me off. I was just about to yell at him to shut up when...
We're the Cravenport Slashers, and we're gonna slash you from here to ook.
The sounds of Mark's sudden sputtering choke forced me to look up from the book. He had his back to me. Thank you, Fluffy. He had his back to me, but I could see him tottering back and forth while he clenched at his throat. He dropped the machete and took a few staggering steps back before turning around so I could see him. His throat had been cut, but he looked surprised, almost confused. I take it the demon had finally gotten tired of his boasting. She just like, what the fuck? No, she still hadn't moved from her spot. If anything, she looked even more surprised and confused than Mark was. I don't understand. What happened? I couldn't figure it out either until... And all the tension just gone in an instant. She closed her eyes and slapped a hand to her face. I'm afraid I still don't understand. What killed him? In a word, hype. This is the best that Mark deserves, let's be real. This is all he deserves. He doesn't deserve anything more, anything better. The Cravenport Slashers team slogan is slash you from here to ear. How such a violent and oddly phrased slogan survived past the 90s is a mystery. But the phrase is always accompanied by jerking your thumb across your neck in a quick slashing motion. You don't mean... It seemed Mark had hyped himself up a bit too much and forgot about the very real and very sharp machete he was holding. Death by Team Spirit. Well, that's a new one. Hey, you can make a bad movie out of that. Mark looked at me and reached out a hand as if asking for help. No, seriously, you could probably make a bad movie out of something called, like, Team Spirit. And it's just about cheerleader ghosts. I have no idea what the idiot expected me to do. He just slashed his own throat. I couldn't exactly put a band-aid on it. There is already? Why am I not surprised? He managed to take one shaky step towards me before falling to his knees and slumping over onto his side, still twitching and gurgling. I stared down at him for nearly a full minute as my brain tried to process what had happened. So many people had died that night, and I was honestly a bit numb to it by then. But seeing someone die in such a stupid way was... I couldn't look away! I just stared at him, shaking my head. It's like watching a train wreck. It's so stupid. What about your demon? She was doing the same thing, just watching and shaking her head. When he finally stopped moving, we just kind of looked at each other awkwardly for a second. And then she started stomping her way up the dock towards me because we remembered that this is a horror movie and she's the horror monster. I turned my attention back to the spell and started reciting again. The thudding footsteps on the dock were significantly less distracting for me than Mark had been, so I was finally able to concentrate. This time, I could feel the power building in the words. Can you describe what it was like, casting a spell for the first time?
Ich beschwöre die Macht aus dem Jenseits!
It was like there was an electrical current going through my body. No, more like puppet strings threading themselves through my bones. That sounds horrific. That sounds incredibly painful. My German was a little rusty, but I remember there was a weird tingling sensation on my lips as I spoke. Like something else was shaping them into correct syllables for me.
Blitz tote Murder!
The tingling grew stronger the further I read, and as it did, the words started to form more easily on my lips, until I didn't even have to think about it. It was like I'd been saying the words all my life, or something else had.
Macht des Jenseits nicht mehr sagen.
As I read on, a powerful wind kicked up around me. It swept past me, but the demon was buffeted like she was fighting a hurricane, and it slowed her to a stop. Clouds started to appear out of nowhere above me, blocking out the light of the moon and stars. It was almost pitch black except for the jack-o'-lantern face of the demon and the pages of the spell book. I don't know if the pages were glowing or if I could see in the dark somehow, but the book wouldn't let me stop reading.
Soll der Blitz...
I could feel myself losing control. Part of me was scared of what was happening, but another part was... It felt so good. So powerful. God, I feel sick just thinking about it. Go on. Go on, I'm rather interested in this now.
Den Mörder...
As I... She do that twitchy eye thing that people do when they're going just a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a smidge. Oh, I just realized you can't see the cursor. Hold on. I think that'd be funnier. Capture the cursor. It captures the cursor.
Den Mörder...
I think it's a cute little thing. It's a little pumpkin arrow. As I reached the end of the incantation, I paused at the... Oh no, I got hit with a nut. I paused at the last word to look up at the demon. She was only a few feet away, but struggling against the winds to keep her footing. I had been so terrified of her before, but seeing her like that, so helpless against my power. Everyone deserves a little bit of crazy. As a treat. It was... Miss Finala, I'm sorry. I thought I was okay, but it's alright. Just take a minute. If I may ask a question, you said you felt like you were on puppet strings and something was guiding your lips. Did it feel like you lost control, or did you just give in and not fight it? I don't know if I could tell the difference. I'm not a very strong person, not in any way. It's so much easier and safer to just do as I'm told and let other people take care of things for me. Stop being relatable, please. When I saw Joy's body that night, I realized I didn't have anyone left I could trust. I felt adrift, alone. But then I heard that whisper in my head. It didn't sound like anyone in particular, but it felt familiar, safe. Glowing green eyes, never a good sign, always bad. It was like I'd finally found exactly what I had been looking for all my life. Someone else to just tell me what to do, and... Miss Finala? Vivian! What? We lost you for a second there. Are you okay? Sorry, I'm okay, I just realized something. Which is... I'm really not the same person I was back then. It's only been a day or two, but everything's changed. And I can never go back to being that person, can I? Miss Finala, Vivian, I need you to know that none of what happened was your fault. Thanks for saying that, but I think you'll see some of it was definitely my fault. Although, I can't take all the blame. She caused a lot of problems, too. Your demon, you mean? Yeah, my demon. Let's continue, then. Right, where was I? Oh, yeah. She looked more annoyed than anything about the wind, but I remember staring into her glowing eyes as I brought my hand down and screamed the last word of the spell.
Schlagen!
The next instant, there was an explosion of sound and a flash of brilliant white light. I was blinded, but I could feel the raw power of the spell moving in slow motion. The bolt of lightning I had summoned fell straight down on top of her. And missed. Missed. Yep, and it took a hard right turn at the last millisecond and snapped Mark instead. Fucking idiot. The spell killed a dead man. Dying man. I'm pretty sure he still had a little life left in him when the spell struck. Or maybe it was just the lightning making his body do a little post-mortem jump. But why did the spell... But why did the spell pick a dying football star over a demon that had killed more than a dozen innocent people that night? It would be a while until I figured that one out. All I could do at the moment was watch in stunned silence as the overpowering smell of ozone and burnt rubber from Mark's melting sneakers filled my nose. And let me tell you, I don't think he ever washed anything he was wearing. Because, oh my god. You ever take something that smells bad and you cook it and it smells worse? Yeah, that. That's exactly what happened. Hey look, it's the hot demon, it's the hot pumpkin demon lady. After a minute, I looked up
Excuse
from the
me?
smoldering...
Excuse me? Mommy?
Correct.
Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
I looked up from the smoldering pile of former football stars to the inhuman killing machine standing less than 10 feet away from me. I thought it was all over until...
Nice shot, Womatel.
What the?
And that's when things started getting complicated. Hi, Jill. And thus we hit title screen. Look at how adorable she is. Look at how cute. Some opening credits, always good. Jack-headed Jill. And oh, and Julie Rancher. Good. They're the same person. The bot has reminded me that this was a thing that was voted on by y'all in Discord to play this instead of some other spooky games. Once again, though, I say there's a written animated K-Wolf. Why does that name sound so familiar to me? Interesting. Anyways, polls. Yes, other announcements, stuff in the Discord. Things will happen there. I don't know where I'm going with this. Join the Discord if you like. If you like being part of that kind of stuff. Okay, let's continue. Chapter 1, Pumpkin Problems. That was the first time she had spoken to you. It was the first time she had spoken at all. That pumpkin had its smartass had been stalking me all night, popping up and scaring the living hell out of me without so much as a peep. And the first words out of her mouth were a lame joke about my aim. I had no idea how to react, so I just kind of stood there, trying to make sense of anything, and failing.
Human.
Hello. Earth the human. You in there. She stepped forward and waved a gloved hand in front of my face. I snapped out of my daze and jumped back away from her, not realizing that I was past the edge of the dock until my foot stepped down onto empty air.
Whoa!
Oh, watch it. Just before I fell into the water, she grabbed me by the arm and carefully pulled me back onto the dock. Easy there, human. Easy. It You're probably still riding a little high from touching upon forces beyond your comprehension and whatever. Just take a second to catch your breath. In fact, why don't I hold that scary old book for you? It looks awfully heavy. She held out one hand to take the book while the other stayed. That voice, Fluffy, my voice or her voice? Or both? She held out one hand to take the book while the other stayed gently fastened around my upper arm. Hers is very good. I jerked away, careful not to fall off the dock again, and she let me go without resistance.
Yeesh.
Oop, wrong button. Yeesh, okay, I'm just trying to be helpful. She put her hands up in front of her and took a few steps back in a pacifying gesture. And what did you do? I just stared at her like a deer in headlights while my brain started racing with questions. Why is this murdering monster suddenly acting so friendly? Doesn't it know that I just tried to kill it? Does it know it's been trying to kill me? Wait, has it been trying to kill me?
Human.
Human. I realized I was just staring at her and blurted out the first thing that came to my lips. You can talk?! Oh god. I was starting to get worried I wasn't actually vocalizing my thoughts.
Huh?
I don't know how you humans do it all the time. I mean, constantly creating sonic vibrations just to communicate. Plus facial expressions and body language, mood. Big mood on all that. It's like, how does that shit work?
Yeesh.
I mean, it's fun and all, but yeesh. Talk about overcomplicated.
But
If you can talk, then why didn't you say something before? Wait, no, why are you killing everyone? Oh, I didn't the lightning hit you. Why aren't you killing me? What's going on?
Huh.
Want to answer your questions in reverse order? You tell me. I don't want to anymore. I have no idea. It's kind of my job.
Well,
As to why I never said anything before, well, it's because nobody ever tried to talk to me before now. Everyone always says... Everyone always just screamed and ran away from me. Oh, treated me like some kind of horrible monster.
what?
Just kidding. I totally am a horrible monster. But seriously, there's not really much sense in exchanging small talk with someone when you're about to rip their tongue out, is there? Are you a fan of ripping out the tongues? Well, it does sound fun in theory. I mean, people eat cow tongues. I wonder how a human tongue tastes. Not that I've ever actually gotten to do that, but still. Oh, yeah, it's just... Okay, the problem is, it's just something about the design just says, that's the voice I'm going for. Oh, wait, hang on. You know what, you're right. I have been kind of rude. We shall at least introduce ourselves.
I'm Jack-Headed Joe.
Prima donna of pain in the pumpkin patch and muscular mistress of the machete. Flex. Why are you flexing? Well, flex. I mean, it's part of the title for a reason. Also, the contract demon summoned by the thanks to you and your well-done boyfriend over there, late Witch of the Lake. Speaking of which, my contract is technically complete now, so I'll go ahead and take my payment if you don't mind.
Huh?
What payment? The spell book, of course.
What?
That magical grimoire bound in living skin and a severed spinal column that you are currently holding. That is legally mine. Also, you might want to wash your hands. I think it's drooling on you. Ew.
What?
Yeesh.
Okay, well, we'll try smaller words. Book, mine, not yours. Give me book. Understood? The spell book? That's what this is all about? Dozens of people are dead, including my best friend. Also, you get your mitts on this disgusting old book? Exactly. See, I knew you'd get it eventually. You are a smart girl, aren't you? Now be a good little human and give it here. Good little human? I've lost everything tonight, and now this thing expects me to roll over and do whatever it says like some inbred spaniel? Fuck that! If this thing wants the book so badly, they can pry from my cold, dead hands! Actually, why isn't it prying from my cold, dead hands?
Well,
Well,
And what if I don't? And what did you discover, Fluffy?
What?
Don't what? What if I don't give you the spell book? What happens then? Whoa, is that smoke starting to come out of its head? Look, here's the deal, human. Either give me the spell book, or I will be forced to take it by force. I have a feeling. I feel like for me, it has more to do with the fact that it's the monster fuckery thing, right? Where it's like this thing that can easily kill you is talking down to you, and that's kind of hot for some reason. Aggressive force. Now, are we going to do this the easy way? Are we going to find out how long a human can live while being dissected alive? No. No. Oh, come on.
Aha!
You can't take it from me, can you? I have to give it to you. It's some kind of magic thing, right? Right?
Thrice, damn it.
You can't do anything to whoever's holding the book. Clever, but the same rules don't apply to any of your friends and loved ones. Aren't you forgetting something? All of my friends are dead!
What?
You killed them, remember? Give her the book. Does that just go straight to an ending? Is that just an immediate end? Don't tell me, actually. Maybe we'll do... Wait, can I save? Wait, no, that's a quick save. Empty slot, back. There we go. I made a quick save. No, keep going? Alright, alright. No, I didn't! I mean, there's got to be someone that you care about, right?
Have you ever had goth corn? You may also know it as corn on the macabre.
That's really funny, Maya. That's really good. That does remind me. Okay, I feel like I never bring this up, but on my way to work, every day, there is a sign place that always has, like, bad puns on it. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. Sometimes, like, I'm gonna spruce that up a little bit myself in my own head and make it funnier. And one that I saw that I spruced up was, this is so stupid. Terrible, lay up your own joke. What was it? You know, there was a necromancer that really loved and was really good at his job at making people into zombies. Yeah, that's what I call dedication. Alright, the end. We're done. We're moving on. I feel stupid now. Not on this side of the country. And even then, I have a complicated relationship with my family, so... Oh, come on! I can go hitchhiking across the continent to look for someone you have complicated feelings about. I'm on a tight schedule here. Good to know. Just face it already. You've lost.
Human.
I assure you, there is no scenario in this reality or any bordering reality where you do not.
Human.
Where you do not give me that book. I backed away quickly as she stared down at me, and the fire in her head turned a cool, icy blue. I tried to look away, but the flames were suddenly hypnotic. That's it. Just relax. I felt myself being pulled towards those flames, almost like I was falling into them. Uh-oh. Hey, Kay? I think the game crashed.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
Well, that was interesting. Did y'all see what I saw? Or no? I think I did. I downloaded the full version off itch.io. Should be the most recent version. Yeah, this morning? Yesterday? I did not through it through the app. No, I did it. I downloaded it. Awful. Let me go see. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, on the download page, I downloaded the full game for the PC, the one that had been up. What do you mean? That's why? Did I do something wrong? Oh, there's a missing image in the initial upload. Oh, of the main menu. Menu. Main menu. Okay, now what? It should say 1.1. Oh yeah, it says 1.0. Alright, hold on. Let's see here. Try the Steam version? That's true. I can do that. Crap. I need to remember how to get that, though. Hold on. Because I didn't do the Steam version. Because it says the updated version that was... Oh, okay, thank you. So I was gonna say, it says it's the version that was uploaded 6 days ago. And that's the newest version on itch.io, so... I don't know. Until then, we'll just listen to this very nice music in the background. The fix was 3 days ago? Oh. Because all the download versions are older than that, on itch.io at least. Until then, how are y'all doing? Are y'all having a good day? Y'all enjoying your Halloween? I hope you're all enjoying it. I hope you're all having... There we go. You've been horribly depressed for the past week. I'll hope it gets better for you soon, Fluffy. It's around here somewhere. Create a product. Type in the code. Confirm. Okay. Download that. Should only take a minute. Yeah, it's... At least one day this week, I had a... Anxiety was hitting me pretty bad this week, too. It's just... I've survived 100% of my worst days. That's the best way to think about it. All your worst days, you've survived them so far. You'll get through it. It'll be difficult, and it'll hurt, and things will suck sometimes. But you will get through it. Is the lesson that I have learned over and over again. I doubt it should take very long for us to get back to where we are. We just skipped through a whole bunch of stuff. Five more seconds. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0 seconds remaining. Wait a second, it's not done. The saves carry over between versions? But will it go between versions? Wait. Okay, cool. Then I'll just close. So what you're saying is, even though I have the itch.io version, if I close it, it should work on Steam. In the next 2 seconds when it's done. Okay, let's go ahead and close this one. Turn this. Let's play this. Same save path? Awesome. I love that. That's good shit. You love to see it. Well, let's see here. Why is it not showing up? There we go. Hey! Awesome.
Human.
Okay, let's get back to where we were. Oh, hold on. As almost like I was falling into them. Oh, and then this is where it broke. Her eyes seemed to grow larger and larger until they were big enough for me to go through. Big enough for me to dive into that beautiful world of cool fire and feel the flames cleanse me as they washed away all of my worries and cares. Vivian, you're sounding a little gay and at the moment. Are you? Come back to us. Stop daydreaming. I'm okay. It was different from the whispering before. It wasn't intrusive, just calming. It was nice, actually, now that I think about it. Now, repeat after me. I state your name. I state your name.
Huh?
Wait, huh? But chuckling at my own lame joke was enough to snap me out of the trance.
Thrice damn me.
This is why I never use glamour. Stupid, fragile. You tried to mind control me.
Human.
It's called suggestion, human. And don't get too full of yourself for breaking it. Glamours have always been my weakest subject. Subject? Enough. I spent the last 6 hours hunting down your idiot friend as part of a deal to get that cursed thing away from the witch. Then you go and throw her into her own fireplace. I earned that book. Not my problem. Fine, you know what? I get the hesitation. I haven't made the best first impression, so that's understandable. But I promise I won't kill you, curse you, hurt you, or do anything else but just leave once you give me the book, okay? Give her the book? She did ask nicely. She is asking nicely, and she is rather cute. Alright, fine. Fine, just take it. Thank you. Bye. What?
Huh?
She actually left. She just disappeared. I kept expecting her to come back and kill me, but she didn't. If you gave her the book, even though you thought she would kill you, I don't really have any reason to live now that Joy's gone. Anyway, after a while I looked for survivors. There weren't any, so I made my way back to town. Once I had a cell signal, I called the police, and here we are. I see. So I take it you're going to charge me with murder then, or put me away for insanity? I'll need to conduct a more thorough investigation, but I don't think so. You're only accessory to the witch's death, and that was self-defense. Chicky nuggies and rice? That's an interesting combination, but I don't dislike it. Mark wasn't your target, and again, you were only acting in self-defense and couldn't be expected to control magic that volatile. You mean you actually believe me? I've dealt with stranger cases than this, Vivian, but yes, I believe you. I'm sorry it had to end this way. I also wish there was something more I could do. Sure. I mean it. Whatever. Am I free to go then? We'll want to keep you under observation for a while. There should be someone outside who will take you somewhere you can rest. Fine. Vivian leaves. The end. Damn it, Jillian, why can't you understand? Hello? Hello? I'm sorry? Try again from last choice. Bad end, what could have been. Now I'm gonna hold on to the book this time. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna fall for that. Oh, come on, I'm serious here. So few people get that. I imagine... yeah, that makes sense, that so few people get that, but boy, that was actually interesting. That's an interesting little secret. And also kind of... I already have the theory, like, even before that, like, no, the person who's interviewing you, they 100% know that all the shit that you're saying is real and true. They don't doubt your magic bullshit for a second. In fact, they might even be the demon police, being like, okay, what the fuck happened here? But I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe there's something in this book I can use to send you back where you came from. Oh yeah, let's play around with the soul-sucking evil book some more. Great idea, human.
Hey.
Look, we both know you can't control that thing. You're playing with hellfire every time you use it. Ow! Fluffy! Oh my god! Fucking goddamn happy Halloween! Fluffy, thank you for the gift subs. Fluffy, your fucking generosity kills me every time. And surprises me. But thank you, I appreciate it. Okay. You know what? Fine. Knock yourself out. Literally. Try another lightning bolt, summon a tornado, turn your own head inside out. Have fun. I'll just get the book from your corpse when this backfires on you. Which it will, by the way, just so you know. You are making this way harder on yourself than it needs to be. I did my best to ignore her and kept searching through the book, looking for anything that might help me. Or at least something I could use to annoy Jill some more. Good to have practical goals.
Come on.
What kind of spells were in the book? Apart from Tot the Norther, I remember there was a spell for creating a storm, a spell for making crops wither or grow, an oddly specific one for making bullfrogs sing a cappella. You know, just a lot of general witch stuff. That a cappella one, I felt really compelled to use it, but unfortunately there were no bullfrogs around, just some regular ass toads. Was there anything particularly unusual that stood out to you? Well, as I flipped past a set of instructions for brewing a potion that could make someone shit literal bricks, which I imagine is terrible for their colon, I found the spell for summoning a demon and binding it to the physical world, the same one the witch had used to summon Jill. Only, the spell didn't include any way to send her back. Strange. Are you sure there were no instructions on how to forcibly banish a summoned demon? None at all? Nothing aside from the demon breaking the contract, though if the summoner broke the contract, the demon would get free reign in the human world. Very strange. Not as strange as what was on the next page. Right after the demon summoning ritual was a nearly identical spell, but this one was a ritual for turning a human or an animal into a familiar. There were no details on what that meant exactly, but the two spells were almost mirrors of each other. Practically identical except for a few subtle changes here and there. Interesting. Yes, but the spell specifically stated it didn't work on demons, so it didn't do me any good. That's what we call Chekhov's gun. This might come in handy later. There was only one page left in the book after that, and I remember swallowing and praying for it to be something useful. This had better not be a spell for turning me into a frog. At least let it be a spell to turn me into several bullfrogs, so then I can then use the spell so I can sing amazingly and I can go on tour, make a lot of money as a frog. It'd be an improvement for you. My heart skipped a beat when I read the word at the top of the page. Zeitress, the German word for time travel. Note, I do not speak German, so I will mispronounce anything that comes up. As I read through the spell, I felt hope building in my chest. And the book starting to come alive in my hands again. The whispers in my head came back, even louder this time.
Human. Hey.
Human, what did you find?
Zurück in die Vergangenheit!
I started reading the spell as she walked up to me.
Wait.
What are you? No! Stop! Human, do not cast that spell!
Ich beschwöre Raum und Zeit.
Jill continued to scream at me, but the voices wouldn't let me be distracted this time. Every bit of my attention was focused on the spell. I never felt so focused in my life. I felt a slight chill before, but this time it was like the book was draining the heat out of my body through those invisible puppet strings that were still bound up in my bones. Now don't forget the puppet strings in your bones. Horrifying.
Bringe mich in die Vergangenheit.
The music is going fucking hard right now. It's so good. What the fuck? I felt my limbs start to go numb as a piercing needle-like cold bit deep into me, and the winds began whipping around us again. Human, stop! I could hear a voice reciting the spell, but it barely sounded like me at all. I couldn't feel my lips moving. It was like the words of the spell were echoing in my head and then spilling out of my mouth. It isn't worth it! You have no idea!
Vergangenheit!
The rest of Jill's words were drowned out by the howling winds and the small tornado that spun up around me as I finished the last word of the incantation. Everything around me became a blur. The sound of the wind was deafening. But then I felt the storm closing around me and lift me up into the air. The winds painfully pressed in on me from every direction, making my ears ache and my breath catch in my chest. I squeezed my eyes shut and tried to cover my ears with my hand, but this time I really couldn't move. Those strings were holding my body completely taut, draining the warmth out of me and lifting me up into the eye of the storm. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't even breathe. All I could feel was the wind pressing in on me, and this cold slicing through my clothes and cutting out what felt like little bits of my soul. My head started to spin. I couldn't tell which way was up or down or high off the ground I was. Then... Right, hello.
All right, everybody listen up. We've got a couple of events planned for tonight's party that I know you all want to get in on.
Huh?
It worked? What worked?
Joy!
Oh my god, you're alive! Hey,
Vi.
what's gotten into you? Get off of me! I'd done it! The spell had worked, and I'd been sent back in time 6 hours to when I had arrived at the party. Troy was alive, Mark was alive, everybody was okay. I'd gotten a second chance to save them. So, the second chance to kill the demon? No. Jill turned out to be the least of my problems. Chapter complete.
Vi.
What's gotten into you?
Sorry.
Sorry, Joy, I'm so glad to see you again. What are you talking about? I've been right here the whole time. I know what's wrong with you. You're shaking like a leaf. Nothing, I'm fine. How did it feel to go back in time? Cold. Really cold. My teeth were chattering so badly I was afraid they were going to shatter. Fortunately, there was a big bonfire on the beach, so I warmed back up pretty fast. What about seeing Joy again? It made me happy. Stupidly happy. Vivian? She'd been my roommate since I moved into the college dorms. She was my best friend and the only person that had looked out for me for the last 2 years. All I wanted to do that night was save her. If only I hadn't been such an idiot.
Joy.
Listen to me. We have to get out of here.
What?
She's not gonna believe me. We're just gonna... I'm, not feeling very well. Can we go? Hold on, I think Mark is getting to the important bit. But...
Hey!
Okay, I know you're all thirsty, so let's get started with a drinking game. Everybody will get a red party cup and a marker. You will write your name on the cup along with whatever beverage you put in it. At the end of the night, we'll be giving out prizes based on what drinks you had. You're gonna win a cocktail, or you might win with a virgin. You can win with a cocktail, or you might win with a virgin lemonade. Oh, it should be the only thing that's a virgin by the end of the night, am I right, everybody? Why is no one laughing along with me? Why is everyone staring at me like I'm weird? Right?
he's so full of himself.
Joy.
Joy, please, we have to go.
Vi.
I know you didn't want to come. I'm posturing. I promise. I'll hydrate. I will do it. Thank you, Maya. I know you didn't want to come, but it's your birthday. You need to let loose and relax a little. But listen, when we became friends, you agreed to do what I say, and I agreed to keep your little secret, right? That doesn't sound like friendship. That sounds like a blackmail. That sounds like blackmail, not friendship. Yes, but no buts. This is the last big party of the year. If you want to make some progress dealing with your little problem, this is your last chance. Got it? Technically extortion, not blackmail? I feel like the two are very similar. Dude, you aren't listening. This is insane. Fine, have it your way. Thank you. Hey, everyone. We got a birthday girl here. What?
Hey!
What's this? Looks like we got a Halloween baby. Or should I say a Halloween babe? Ho, ho.
Joy?
Joy? No. It's for your own good.
Okay, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Happy spooky
Birthday
to you.
Absolutely no one is enthusiastic about this. There is no enthusiasm here. You would expect a college for the soon-to-be drunk college students with the Halloween birthday thing to just...
Damn it.
Come on, Vi. Go say hello to all the nice people like a normal person. Hi, Candy. I know we haven't met you yet, but you are my favorite.
Ugh.
Oh, that could have gone better. Half an hour later, I finally got away from the crowd of costumed well-wishers and drunken douchebags. All my attempts at getting people to leave had fallen on deaf ears. I needed space to think, so I took the first chance I could to slip off into the woods. Wasn't that a bit risky with a paranormal serial killer on the loose? I couldn't think with all those voices distracting me, and Joe hadn't shown up until nearly 9 the first time around. It was barely 7 then, so I figured I was safe. Though, like I said, I made a lot of mistakes that night.
Human.
Leaving so soon, human.
Ah!
You! Were you expecting the Easter Bunny? I'm sure I could make an appointment with you. I'm sure I could get you his number or something. We're actually close friends. Are you really? No, that guy's way too high. That guy is way too up the ladder for me. Wait, is he a demon? No, you don't need to know that. I still can't believe she trapped me twice! I'm never going to live that down. So what did you do? I knew if I ran back to the party, Jill would have followed me and turned it into a bloodbath. There's a chance that Joy would be one of the victims, so I couldn't risk that. So you ran deeper into the forest? Well, I tried to.
What the?
How did you... Don't you know killers can teleport around when you're not looking in a horror movie?
What?
What are you talking about? This isn't a movie.
Huh.
Well, it sure ain't reality anymore. Not after you threw us all into a time bubble. A what?
What?
You say what now? Okay, seriously, do you have anything more intelligent to say than just repeating the word what every 5 seconds? Well then how about you start saying something that makes sense, you straw-covered novelty decoration?
Yeesh.
You know, you have an awful lot of attitude. Especially for a girl who's slowly burning her soul and freezing to death. What? Well, at least you didn't say what this time. Alright, since you haven't killed me, I assume you want to talk. What's going on? Possibly? You have to ask Kay. Did anyone here dress up for Halloween? That's a good question. If you dress up for Halloween in any capacity, what did you dress up as? I am Spooky Doll. I am Spooky Possessed Doll. The end. That said, when I was out doing deliveries today, I went to the Public Services Center, and all the workers there, that basically a DMV, it was basically a DMV, and all the workers were basically dressed like minions. Yes, those minions. They had overalls on, and they had hats with the little, with the goggles thing to make it look like their eyes, like little yellow beanies. It was kind of cute, but also kind of cursed.
Vivian!
Is that you? I turned to look back in the direction of the voice, but I couldn't see anyone.
Huh?
When I looked back, Jill was gone. I looked all around, but I couldn't see so much as a footprint where she had been standing. Then there was the sound of crunching leaves, and they stepped into view.
Hey!
Oh, there you are. Hi. You're, Sugar, right?
It's Candy.
Right, Candy. Got it. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, hey, you haven't seen anything weird out here, have you? Not really. I saw you sneak away from the party, so I wanted to check that you were alright. You seemed pretty stressed out. Thanks? I had no idea why Candy had followed me, but I was more focused on trying to find out where Jill had gone. Everyone applaud for Candy? Yes? So you never met Candy before, then? Well, not that I could remember. I only kind of knew their name because Joy had pointed them out at the party. Joy had referred to Candy as her instead of them and said some very unkind things about them as well. Especially in regards to how many people Candy dated at the same time, even though they were always very upfront about being polyamorous.
Outfit change, be a furry.
Be a furry? Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, we're gonna be a furry today? Okay, we'll be a furry. I can do that. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. We haven't been a furry in a while. We haven't been robotic furry in a while. Hello, Code Red. Ah, it's nice to stretch your legs in the 60-foot tall monster mecha, isn't it? You ever have that feeling, when you just oh, I can't feel fully stretched out until I'm in my largest possible form, kaiju sized. Yeah, it works. It's monstrous. This is another good Halloween outfit. I see. Then did it seem at all strange to you that they knew your name? Not really. There was an entire party full of people singing Happy Birthday Vivian less than 45 minutes ago. But I admit, Candy does seem oddly concerned about me. Are you okay? You look really nervous. Why would you say that? Where the hell did it go? It's not exactly hard to spot a glowing head.
Vivian! What?
Oh, yeah, thanks for checking up on me. I just, needed to get away from the crowd for a bit. I'm not really a big fan of parties. I mean, they're okay and all, they're just not my scene. Not that I can't make them my scene, because they're a very normal thing to have as your scene. I just like to change scenes sometimes, I mean, you see? You see?
Yeah.
Vivian, relax. It's okay, I get it. College parties are a lot of external stimuli. They're not for everyone. Even major extroverts like me need to take a break during a party sometimes. It's normal.
Huh?
It is.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hi, Delphi. Hello. Yeah, totally. You see, everybody has different thresholds for overstimulation, so it's important to recognize your own boundaries and keep within them, or else you risk ruining what could be a wonderful time for yourself and other people. You're getting awfully close. Oh, sorry. You came out here for peace and quiet, didn't you? I'll go. You need to decompress a little, and I don't want to stress you out anymore, so... No, you're fine. I'm just... I wasn't expecting you to explain that all so eloquently. That's the first time anyone's ever said that in a way that actually made sense to me. Oh, thanks. I do love that Candy's on the scene and is immediately, like, the nicest fucking person you've ever met. You seem really not knowledgeable. Are you in the psych program? Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry if I offended you. I didn't... Oh, were you carving a pumpkin? A what? I never thought I'd ever have such a visceral reaction to the word pumpkin. Candy was looking down at my feet and I followed their gaze. Sure enough, there was a familiar-looking jack-o'-lantern on the ground less than 6 inches away from my foot. Just the jack-o'-lantern? Her body was missing, but it was Jill all right. She was grinning up at me with 2 rows of jagged fangs and looking incredibly pleased with herself. As I glared down at her and wondered how far I could kick her without breaking my foot, Candy knelt down to get a closer look.
Whoa!
Wow! It looks really good, Vivian. The teeth are a great touch. How'd you get them to look all sharp and pointy like that? Very, very carefully. Like, as someone who has carved pumpkins before in my youth, and has not for a long time, the answer is very carefully. Go in, go down. Yes. I started to reach a hand towards the Jill-o'-lantern, and I felt my heart lurch with panic. Hey, they said the thing! They said the thing! The thing has been spoken! I grabbed their wrist before they could stick their finger into its mouth. Family secret. Don't touch.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I stood back up and looked awkwardly around at the forest. Meanwhile, I was having a less than minor panic attack. I was certain the pumpkin hadn't been there when I had arrived, so the way I saw it, there were only 2 possible explanations. Either the pumpkin next to me really was a demon, and she had teleported there while I wasn't looking, or I had gone completely crazy, made up the whole night, and the time travel in my head. And Jill was just some split personality who would take me over and either start killing everyone or try to sell them soap. Honestly, I don't know which one is worse. I really didn't want to entertain the idea of hallucinating a buff woman with a pumpkin for a head meant about my subconscious. You know what? You'll figure it out later. Don't worry, you'll figure it out. Plus, I was never very good at carving pumpkins. Oh, whoa. Before I could make up my mind on which was worse, I felt something tug at my leg. I looked down and noticed a green vine poking out of the ground that had subtly curled around my ankle. I watched as several more vines poked up through the ground behind Candy, and curled around themselves to form the words, "lose her." Anyway, actually, I wanted to talk to you.
What?
What? Ow, I mean, you know what? I want to... You're very nice. You're very kind. How about I just kindly... I'm kind of busy right now. Maybe some other time?
Damn it.
The thorns, you ghoulish gourd. Oh, it won't take too long. I just really need to talk to you privately about something tonight. It's important. Tonight? Are you okay?
Fine.
Fine. Tonight's not a good night. My horoscope said not to have any private conversations in the wood or they'll all end badly. Very badly.
Oh.
Oh, that's a very specific horoscope. Mine just said that it hoped that I had a good day, and that I would meet someone special. It wasn't really more specific than that, but also it kind of tells me that a lot. Oh.
Well.
I got it online. It's very accurate. Huh, well, I need to tell you anyway. It's about...
Vi.
Vi, where are you? There you are. What are you doing? Joy froze when she noticed Candy standing next to me, then her eyes narrowed in disgust. Oh, I'm about to not like this part. I expected Candy to wither under the look, given how much they had apologized to me in our short conversation. But to my surprise, they stepped forward as if to shield me and met Joy's eyes with a look of absolute content. I can read, I promised. I graduated high school. I know how to read. I was of the top readers every year in elementary school back when reading grades were a thing. That's really funny. Well, it's one of those things where it's like, it's so fun to have those other paths, but I do understand, like, God, we put all the work into that, and I need people to see it. But the nice thing about having the choices is people will go in and hopefully go back and look at it, because my plan definitely is, I want this to be the run where I do my best to be very close with people, to be, like, very kind and helpful, because that's just what I want to do. Except for Vi. No, not Vi. Sorry, Joy. But, what was I saying? I was saying stuff. But there's that one I was definitely kind of thinking about. But I was like, no, that's going to cause a panic and it's not going to help. I don't know. Regardless, funny. Yes, haha. Sorry, I got distracted. I half expected to see sparks start flying between the two of them from the pure intensity of their obvious mutual hatred.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something? As a matter of fact, we were just having a private conversation. Oh, I know all about the kind of private conversations you have, and she isn't interested.
No.
I believe Vivian is the only one who has the right to say who she is or isn't interested in. Well, if I trust me to keep her out of trouble. Besides, I'd rather not have to drive her down to a clinic to get her checked out for diseases tomorrow morning. Oh!
What?
Troy, what the? Why, you vile, backstabbing, manipulative fashion blinds! Excuse me!
What?
Great! Now what? I need to get these two out of here before this pumpkin pops my ankle. Or their heads. Candy, why don't you just head back to the party? I really need to talk to you. Wait, Wait, hold on. I did appeal to Candy, right? I did? Okay. Oh, my brain when it says appeal to Candy was like, be nice to them. It was like, well, okay, never mind. That one. Why don't you find someone else to hit up if you're that thirsty? This one's clearly not interested. I'd have thought that you would have learned that by now. I'm not letting you... Vi, let's go. Come on. I need to try something else. Joy, please, you should just go back to the... Vi, stay out of this and come here. What am I, your dog? Don't talk to her like that. I'll talk to her anywhere I like, because she's my friend, not yours. I don't think that's how... You... Well, this isn't working. Guess it's time for drastic measures.
Joy.
You two have to go, now.
But...
Because I need to, you know, go.
Oh.
Gross.
So...
Yeah, so if you two could, like, leave. Oh, yeah, sorry. Are you coming, Joy?
No.
I'll go in a minute, cheerleader. I need to have a quick word with my roommate first.
Joy.
Joy, please.
Hey!
She asked us to leave. Fine. Come find me after you're done. Will do. And with that, Joy stomped off back through the forest. Candy gave me a quick, apologetic look before following her. As soon as the sound of their crunching footsteps had faded away, I felt the vine holding my ankle in a death grip let go. I dropped to the ground and started massaging my foot. Oh, ow, ow, ow! Oh, wow, if I had pants right now, I think I would have peed them listening to you study your way through that. Glad I could amuse you.
Demon.
So is your mission to destroy my social life now? Is that it? Sadly, no. Hey, would you mind closing your eyes for a moment? I pursed my lips in annoyance, but did as I asked. When I opened them again, Jill had her muscle-bound body back and was testing it out by flexing in various ways, and I was definitely 100% not staring at her biceps, and her thighs, and everything else. And how in the world do you make a pumpkin look kissable? But somehow, anyways. Well, that's better. Pumpkin vines are good and all, but fingers and thumbs, hey? Hey, I'm right, and you know it. But fingers and thumbs are so much easier to work with in this physical world. Now, going back to what I was saying, my mission is exactly the same as it was before. What is it now? If your mission is still unchanged, then why'd you hide as a pumpkin? Why just kill those two? I don't remember. I don't remember how long the word ban, how long it is. I think it's only, it might only be once per stream. I might have had it only once per stream. I don't think I had it multiple times. Why not just kill those two? Hell, why not just kill me? An excellent question. And they weren't incredibly stupid. What?
Human.
Human, if I hear the word what come out of your mouth one more time, so help me hell, it will not end well for you.
Was?
Note, this is pronounced was and means what in German.
Huh.
Cute. I love that the longer these two are together, Vivian just gets sassier and sassier. Hi, Rin. Thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate it. You're just in time for me to talk about how sassy these two are being to each other. But if you had been paying attention, you would know that my goal is to get that spell book back from the witch. You know, that spell book you had in your possession. The one you could easily have given to me and put into this whole mess nearly an hour ago. Was CPU was haunted? CPU's haunted. What? Coxgun. CPU's haunted. Are y'all still trying to figure that out? I wish you all the best of luck. That sounds like a pain. I think we're at the stage where Caden's encouraging Wisp to return it. Yeah, I mean, especially, I did see a little bit about that, because, like, look, I'm okay with computers. I think I'm decent at computers. All that talk that you guys are doing is way beyond me. Or not way beyond me, but like, beyond me enough that I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. But, like, if I see that there's a scratch on a CPU and it came in kind of like a secondhand box, I'd be like, hey, yeah, no, this is some bullshit. What the fuck? Anyways.
Well...
Question, if I had given you the book, would you have revived everyone who had died tonight? No. Didn't think so.
Hey.
You may have given all your little drunken buddies a second chance for them to waste, but you're doomed to a fate way worse than anything they're gonna get. I built my own computer, and I rebuilt it at least once, possibly twice. And I've never had, but I'm also incredibly cautious about making sure of compatibility before I touch anything. And this, that, and the other. Anyways. Unless, of course, you decide to stop being a pain in my ass and play nice. It seemed like a pretty simple ultimatum. Either I helped her kill everyone and take the book back, or she'd kill me. Of course, things are never simple with Jill. Chapter 2, complete. You look distracted. Are you sure you're doing alright? We can take a break if you want. Maybe later. I'm alright, I just realized I didn't meet Candy the first time around. Even when I was alone at the party, they never approached me. They would have had their hands full with all the chaos going on. But it's still weird how easily you can just miss someone forever. Someone so important. A lot of stories go untold that way, but let's focus on what actually happened next. Right, sorry. Where was I? I believe Jill had just issued her ultimatum.
Hey.
What was it?
Hey.
Chapter 3. Let's make a deal. Deal or no deal? Like that game show? Unless, of course, you decide to stop being a pain in my ass. No. Huh? I said no. Do whatever you're going to do to me, but I'm not going to help you. I know that most of the assholes of this party probably don't deserve to live. Hell, statistically, some of them won't even survive to graduation anyway. But I have to believe that there are some good people mixed in there as well. People who do deserve to live and are going to make something of their life. Yeah, I'm probably an idiot for not giving you the book and saving my own skin before, and I'm definitely an idiot for coming out here alone. But I'm an idiot who did what she thought was right, and I'm going to die as that idiot.
Shit. Here we go again.
I know that doesn't count for shit in this world, but it's worth something to me. I won't help you kill them. And here comes the part where the bad guy calls me an idiot for being noble.
Huh.
I can respect that.
What?
Wait, careful of your leg. But yeah, valuing your community over yourself, I definitely get that. You're fucking with me, aren't you? No, I mean it. We demons are very community focused. I absolutely get where you're coming from. We have a wonderful, why are you raining on me? This is rust proof, you know? All of my different bodies are make sure are rust proof, and I clean them regularly with oil. Get fucked. Anyways, we have wonderful community outreach, wonderful social programs. Have you ever heard of a universal basic income? That thing that's impossible in America because of politicians? That's it. Even the doll... Okay, the doll is not rust-proof because the doll's not made of metal. So technically the doll is rust-proof, I guess. I mean, I did the same thing for my community. Hated demon wood. Huh, okay. So does that mean you're not going to kill me? What? I wasn't going to kill you.
Huh?
I mean, that would be kind of counterproductive, don't you think?
What?
We're back to that again.
Sorry.
Wait, no, why am I apologizing? You just said you were going to give me a fate worse than the others or
No.
something. I didn't.
But...
You did. You just did. I heard you say it. No, what I said was, you're doomed to a fate way worse than anything they're gonna get. I never said anything about me dooming you. But you said it like... Look, just
Okay.
assume I know nothing and explain it to me from the beginning, okay? Like maybe you should have from the start. Like I'm someone who knows absolutely jack shit about magic and contracts and demons. Fine. Oh, this is new. I don't remember this. But it's cool. At the start of your universe, there was nothing but a bunch of what you call hydrogen and... I meant about the doomed thing!
Oh!
Oh, good, because that comes out on a lot. Is she just stupid, or does it think I'm stupid? Or some combination of both? I'm gonna say both. Okay, first off, the spell you cast didn't send you back in time or whatever you thought it was going to do. Well, not exactly, anyway. It created a small bubble of reality that's going to keep resetting back to the same points every so often. Probably from where we started to when you cast it.
Huh?
You mean when we started? No, when is what time it is. Where is the point we were on the timeline where you screwed everything up.
Yeesh.
Do you seriously not know anything about basic and temporal terminology? This is starting to give me a headache. So basically, I created a time loop. Exactly. But there's a very limited range in which we can move around in. We only have about... hang on, I've never been very good with human measurements. About a square mile? Yeah! Oh wait, how did you know that? I can kind of feel it, I think? I didn't notice until you pointed it out, but... It's like the world feels smaller all of a sudden. And I know exactly where I am in it. It's weird.
Huh.
Well, I guess that makes sense. The spell is fueled by your life force, after all.
What?
Yeah, wait, what?
Human.
And did you think the energy to power the spell just comes out of thin air? I'll admit I hadn't given it much thought. Yeah, well, you probably should have done that before you cast such a powerful spell. This time loop is going to keep draining away your life until it breaks, or you don't have enough juice left to power another loop.
Huh?
Hang on, what do you mean by draining away my life? Am I losing years off of my lifespan every second or something? No, you would compare it to something more like dancing. It tires you out, but if you sit down for a bit, you'll get your breath back.
So
basically we're stuck doing the time warp until I don't have the strength to jump to the left anymore.
Ooh!
Oh, I love that movie. But yeah, basically. Only when you fall on this dance floor, you're not getting back up. The spell you picked drains a lot of energy to pull a reset, but it's also steadily draining you to sustain its barriers. So, what happens when I run out of power?
Human.
It's powered by your life force, human. What do you think will happen when you run out? You die. Exactly, like that! Perfect timing! Perfect, amazing timing, Fluffy.
Well...
Well, technically, you'll slip into a hypothermia-induced coma first, and then you'll die. No, it'll go right to your thighs. My thighs. And then you blow up. Unless somebody gets real close and friendly with you real quick. Body heat is a strong measure of life force. The more the spell drains you, the colder you're going to get. I'm guessing you're already feeling some of the effects. Sounds nuts, but it does make sense with everything that's been happening. And I have been feeling a bit chilly since I woke up at the party. There's no way it should be able to know that. But still, why are you telling me this? Because I'm the only one who can save you from a slow, cold death. And I will.
Huh?
Just as soon as you sign this. Let's see here. I, blank, hereby agree to assist the demon identified to me as Jack-Headed Jill in obtaining the witch's spellbook, which she would have gotten already if it wasn't for my own human stupidity in the most efficient way possible. I'll do whatever she tells me and agree to whatever terms she dictates. I understand that it is for the good of my entire reality. In return, she will assist me in not dying a horrible and painful death as a result of my own stupid human actions, and will even make a reasonable effort to keep me from dying in other ways. She pulled out a sheet of gold paper and handed it to me. And I just read this whole thing.
Ugh.
There is no way in hell I'm agreeing to that. Oh, come on, there's nothing wrong with it. That's gotta be the worst contract for anything I have ever seen in my life. Will make a reasonable effort to keep me from dying. What is that supposed to mean? No one likes vague wording in your contracts. It has to be very specific. Well, you can't expect me to risk my mission for one reckless human, can you? Which you would have gotten already if it wasn't for my own human stupidity. Okay, I'll admit I was pretty annoyed with you when I wrote that, but it's just semantics. That is not what that word means. Whatever, the magic ink is already on the magic paper. Can't exactly rewrite it. Then get a fresh page. I can't. I only have the one piece of contract paper. I had to write yours on the back of the one the witch wrote on hers on. Huh? I blinked at her for a second before flipping over the paper. Just as he said, there was another contract written on the back. The contract was in a different handwriting than the one on the other side, so presumably the witch had written it herself.
Consumer models.
The paper is, yes. Save. We haven't done that in a bit. It read, I, the witch, hereby contract the summoned demon. What are we? Oh, right, because we're doing lawyerly stuff. We have to get your objections ready. We're gonna have to object to a bunch of stuff in this contract. I, the witch, hereby contract the summoned demon Jack-Headed Jill to kill by its own hand all of the interlopers on my lake before the stroke of midnight tonight, when it's to reappear before me to accept payment of her own choosing. She is not to bother me for any reason, is not to come within sight or hearing of me until the time she is to receive payment. Beneath it, in unsteady block letters was a signature that simply read, The Witch. Now, I may not be some big fancy-pants lawyer. I may not be a lawyer, I only play one in video games, but I already know some problems here. See, nothing wrong with that one either, is there? I stared down at the contract and reread it a few more times just to make sure I was reading it correctly. I may not be a law student, my mom is a lawyer, and that meant I had at least some experience with legal contracts. Granted, you didn't need to be a law student to see that the whole contract was trash, though I explained that in a slightly more eloquent way.
Ugh.
This contract is total fucking trash.
What?
Oh hey, there's that word you don't like.
Ugh.
That contract is fine. It clearly outlines what I'm supposed to do and what I get for it. Clear as mud. I dare you to find even one thing wrong with the contract. I'll take that bet. Huh? If I can convince you that the witch's contract is bullshit, then you have to find some way to rewrite our contract to my benefit. What? Alright, but when you fail, you have to sign the contract as is, and you only get 3 chances to convince me. We don't have all night here. Deal.
Demon.
Let's start with this signature, shall we?
Human.
What's wrong with it? I mean, there's a lot of things that are wrong with this. Jill didn't sign it, but it's contract paper, so I think that's fine. The witch isn't her name, though. Like, isn't the name. And the signature doesn't match the handwriting. Her signature doesn't mean anything. The witch isn't a name. It's barely even a title. There's no way to really prove who the witch is.
Ugh.
If it was the Witch of Lay Shish Kebab, then you might have a leg to stand on, but even then, it's obviously the witch that summoned me and wrote the contract. Doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. Good luck proving it. If this is the best argument you've got, I'm not convinced. How about the handwriting itself? It doesn't match the rest of this contract or the contract on the other side that you wrote. Huh? Just look at it! Hey, you're right. It doesn't match. But wait, why doesn't it? I know she signed it. I watched her do it. What hand did she write with? Her right. Wait, no, her left. No, wait. Let me guess. She wrote the contract with one hand and then signed with the other? Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, that's exactly what she did. Shows me one of those, amphibians. I believe the word you're looking for is ambidextrous, and no. Going off this handwriting, I don't think she is. But why was she signed with her other hand then? Probably because she learned about legal loopholes from young adult novels. Huh? It's a common misconception that if you sign a document with your non-dominant hand, the signature is considered to be invalid. But it is valid, right? You tell me. It's your contract. Well, then I say it counts. Either way, it's evidence that she was trying to get out of the contract. That's circumstantial, at best. And maybe that's just how she signs all her contracts. Unlikely. But if that's not good enough for you, there's a more prominent problem in the very first sentence. To kill by her own hand all of the interlopers on my lake before the stroke of midnight tonight. I have an objective and a time frame. What's the problem here?
Well...
Witch doesn't own Lake Shish Kebab, huh? The contract says all of the interlopers on my lake, but she can't own this lake. It's part of a national forest. I think there are some rental cabins around here somewhere, but the lake itself isn't owned by anyone. It's public property.
Well,
She's part of the public, isn't she?
Ugh.
Considering the cave she found, I think she's technically a squatter. Does that make a difference? My point is, if she said my lake in the contract, but she can't call this her lake, then she owns some other lake.
What?
You mean she sent me out on the wrong lake? Did you ask which lake you were supposed to kill interlopers on? Well, didn't think so. I'm not falling for this. She's a crazy old bat who summoned a demon to kill some teenagers. She probably thinks everything belongs to her. I can't honestly argue with that. This could just be her being crazy. It's not proof she was trying to intentionally trick me. Well, it's proof that she didn't have to try very hard. There's no date written anywhere on the contract to signify when tonight is. It's tonight. This tonight. But how can that be this tonight's midnight? Midnight is 12 a.m., and it's the moment when one date changes into the next.
well,
I'm still not seeing the problem here. What date is it tonight? It's Halloween, October 31st.
So...
Right. So tonight, when 11:59 p.m. becomes 12 a.m., and the date will also change from October 31st to November 1st. Wait, that would mean that midnight for the tonight specified in the contract has already happened. But that would mean that the deadline had already passed before the contract was even written. It would. But that's ridiculous. Whenever somebody in the movie says midnight, they always mean the next upcoming midnight. Enough, you're just trying to confuse me. Nothing you said so far says that the witch was trying to skip out on giving me the book. I can argue every one of your contradictions to her, just like I did now.
Fine.
If all you care about is your payment, then fine. Huh? When she is to reappear me to accept payment of her own choosing. Yeah, and... Okay, Okay? Okay, this is fucking great. Okay, this is fucking great. I killed 50 teenagers at Lake Shish Kebab and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I saw you post this on, like Blue Sky or whatever this morning. But oh my god, I didn't know that was actually in the game. Well, this last one's kind of a stretch, but it's all I've got.
Well...
The contract doesn't say that you'll get the spell.
What?
What do you mean? It says right there, payment of my choosing. That means I get anything I want. No, it means you get to choose between at least 2 options, but there's nothing in this contract that says the book has to be one of them. But she knew I wanted the book. I told her that was going to be my price. Oh, well then she probably should have written it into the contract, shouldn't she? Unless she was never going to give it to you, right? But she could give you a choice between an old button and some broken shoelaces when you pop up to collect, and that would be perfectly within the parameters of this contract. You mean... Oh, just face it already! She tricked you! Demon? I love the slide whistle. I love the slide whistle. She tricked me! I couldn't do this. Yeah, whatever. I love this. It's funny. And again, I love the slide whistles. The slide whistles are great. They're doing so good. I stepped back and shielded my face with the contract as Jill literally blew her top. Well, pyro demons aren't exactly known for subtlety. After a few seconds, the flamethrower receded back into her head and the lid of the pumpkin landed neatly back in place with a soft plop. She still continued to seethe and smolder for a while, though. You done? I'm going to torch that witch. All other Ace Attorney breakdowns to shame? I don't know. We've seen a lot of great ones over the day. I don't know. Having your balloon tits pop was pretty good. Balloon tits was, is kind of hard to beat, I'm gonna be honest. Save the fireworks. She already beat you there, too.
What?
Check the last sentence. She is not to bother me for any reason, is not to come within sight or hearing of me until the time she has received payment. You can't even get within eyesight of her without violating the terms of your contract. Then I'll just wait until it's time to collect. Then what? You can't harm anyone holding the book, remember? But if someone else had the book, you might have a chance. There's nothing in the contract itself that says you can't kill her. Whoever does decide to help you better have it in writing that you can't attack her, too. Give me that. She snatched the contract from me and pulled out a quill pen with a red feather from somewhere. What's your name, human?
Vivian Victoria Finala.
How do you spell that exactly? It took Jill a minute to write up the new contract. Meanwhile, I kept wondering what the hell I'd gotten myself into. Literally. So that's how you came to be friends. We weren't friends. As far as I could tell, she was just some psychotic monster, and I'd basically tricked her into working with me. I'm sure she was angry about the contract, but deductive logic and creative thinking are highly coveted skills for a demon. And you demonstrated them quite masterfully to her twice. She must have sought you out because she saw you as a powerful ally. I don't think you tricked her as much as you impressed her. Yeah, well, she was the one with all the power, not me. I just wanted it pointed out somewhere other than me. I just wanted it pointed somewhere other than me or the people I cared about. But anyway, after she finished writing up the contract, she handed it back to me. Here, how's this? The problematic contract she had written for me before had been scribbled out. Beneath it was a single, hastily written sentence. I, Vivian Victoria Finala, will help Jill the demon get the magic spellbook from the Witch of Shish Kebab Lake, and Jill will make sure I live. Well, better, but I appreciate something about you not killing my friends. There's not enough room on the page. But I personally promise I'll do my best. Community and all, you know? Taking her at her word seems stupid, but she doesn't seem very clever. Either she's a master manipulator or she's being honest. Either way, it's not like I have a choice.
Okay.
Hand me the pen. I scratched out a quick signature beneath the single sentence and handed the contract back to her. Jill gave it a quick glance, nodded, and put the quill pen and the contract back wherever she pulled them from. Alright, let's get this witch hunt started. That's... no. Just... no. Intelligence with a -2 and wisdom of a +1. Yeah. No, I feel like it's the other way around. She's... no, well, it's hard to say. She has some history on her. So then now you two are allies. I trust you went after the witch? Well, kind of. Arrogance, agendas, and unforgivable offenses. Alright, let's get going.
Okay.
Agreed. The sooner we get this over with, the better I'll feel. Right.
Well?
I was kind of hoping you knew where we're going. We're going to the witch's cave, right? So we can get you the book and stop all this? Well, because generally speaking, intelligence is book smarts and wisdom is street smarts. Problem is that you can be smart in certain ways. The face that has the... Oh yeah, no, those are really good. The cat face is great. Oh yeah, the cave! That's where you got the book last time, right? Yeah? Did you seriously have no plan for how to get the book back? Okay, to the cave. Right. How was Biscuit? Not in the room. He was being all scratchy, he was being a bit bitey right before stream. So I put him out of the room. I assume he's over there sleeping somewhere, either in his carrier or in the bedroom. But he's doing well. He was a bit energetic. A chaos sorcerer pretending to be a barbarian. That's extremely funny. Come on, I can do this. Right. A rogue who took her first level and... yeah, no, that sounds about right. Do you think you could lead the way? I don't know how to get there.
What? Hey!
I followed you over there last time. Well, aren't you supposed to appear before her or something at midnight? Shouldn't you at least know where you're supposed to appear? Yeah, but that's part of the contract magic, not mine. It'll just bring me there when it's time. I have no idea where it is. I don't really know where anything is, actually. This physical world was so confusing to navigate. Well, how did you find me? Oh, that was easy. I just walked straight out from the cave till I found the lake, then I walked around it till I heard your party and saw you sneaking off into the woods. Heard the party? Shouldn't you have seen it from the lakeshore? Well, if you hadn't noticed, my face is kind of easy to spot in the dark. I had to close my eyes and keep my mouth shut so I could preserve the element of surprise. Hang on, you walked around the entire lake with your eyes closed. How did you not fall in or veer off and walk into a tree? I did. Why do you think it took me so long to get over here? Okay, you're a bit of a himbo, but we love that. You're a bit dumb. I kind of love you. It's like, and the side whistle agrees with me. How was I ever afraid of this hollow head? So, how did you find the cave?
Well,
I was led over there by one of the football players.
Barbecue boy?
Barbecue boy, that's good. No, the one who tried to shoot you. He didn't make it out of the cave. The witch stabbed him with some weird knife from the book and he melted.
Yeesh.
I guess getting fried by lightning isn't the worst thing that book can do to you. Okay, then let's go find Meltman and have him take us there again. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, Fluffy. The stupid slide whistle. I'll have to remember that later. It's Kimmy, actually, and I don't know if taking you back to the party with me is such a great idea. It's supposed to be a costume party, but your face is a little too, animate it to be a cheap mask. Aw, thanks. I really worked hard on making this body. But you may be right. I'm a bit too good for what they have there. I'm already starting to regret signing that contract. I'm also still technically still under orders to kill every interloper I see, so probably best not to put me in striking distance of too many people.
What?
But you promised me you wouldn't kill anyone. I promised I wouldn't kill any of your friends. I can make a few temporary exceptions, but I can only bend the rules so far. So you gave up that contract and took mine instead?
No.
If I break my original contract, I'll lose physical form and get sent back home with nothing to show for it. So if I'm left alone and come across an opportunity too good to pass up, I may have to take it.
So...
Let's say, for instance, you are a lone drunken partygoer wandering into the woods to relieve himself. I would be contractually obligated to cut off his head so it lands in front of him and it pees on his own face before the body falls over. Oh, it's rather funny. If you aren't there to say he's a friend of yours, of course. Great.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't take you with me, but I can't leave you alone either.
Oh!
Oh, I know. Close your eyes again. Okay. Okay, open them.
Demon.
Down here.
Huh?
Ta-da! Now you can carry me around with you. And since I'll be with you the entire time, anyone that comes up to me will be coming up to you, and I can assume they're a friend of yours. Plus, if I don't have any arms, then I can't be expected to kill anyone. Just don't point the top of my head at anyone for me to flamethrower, unless you tell me to. Don't you still have those creepy vines you used to bruise my ankle? Also, you just sent a jet of flame like 10 feet into the air out of your head? Stop giving me ideas.
Fine.
You know, you're a lot heavier than you look. You just eat your own body or something?
Yeesh.
Oh, stop complaining, weakling. Hurry up, Cinderella. I don't want to be late for the ball. It really is so many great faces on Jill. It never
Demon.
ends. Hey, you said you were new to this physical world. How do you know all these references if you're from another dimension or whatever?
Well...
Earth makes some of the most entertaining media in any reality. It's about the only thing you humans are actually good at. That's the whole reason we helped you humans invent computers and the internet. Hang on, I'll buy that the internet may have come from hell itself, but demons invented computers?
Well...
We helped plant some ideas here and there, with some varying degrees of success. But before you ask, you guys invented Twitter. Not even demons are that evil. Actually, it's called X now, and I don't want to know. And now no one uses it anymore. Good.
Uh-huh.
Noted. Me forgetting for a second that the person who wrote this is literally in the chat right now. Okay, we're here. Now keep quiet. Pumpkins aren't supposed to talk. I know that. I'll have you know, I got very high marks in Earth normality. Ah, there they are! Now, watch my blend in seamlessly with my surroundings. Like a round chameleon.
Hey!
Whoa! Is that a talking pumpkin?
Oops.
Huh?
Nice. What is it? Some kind of puppet?
Yeah, I got it for my birthday, you know, because I'm super into Halloween and stuff.
Huh.
Given your costume, you could have fooled me.
Whoa! You got a whole lot going on, too. It's a two-man comedy act. What do they call it in Japan? That, manzai thing? Yeah, I think it's called...
I'm pretty sure it's manzai.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced manzai.
Yeah. I should probably ask him if he knows where Kenny is. Although, after that incident with Candy and Joy earlier, I do have some other questions. And Mark is the only other person I kind of know here. Even if he doesn't know me this time around. Hey, do you know anything about that one girl?
Oh, well, there's a lot of chicks around here, but yeah, I know most of them. Pretty well, if you get my drift.
I mean, you don't need to spell I've had sex. All the sex. I don't need to hear this so much. You know, the fact that you just keep pointing it out makes me think that you're not real. Nope, I have it all the time. No, it sounds more like you're kind of compensating for something. Nope,
Everything's perfectly normal, perfectly great. Because I'm Marcus Andrew Martin.
Yeesh.
Give me a break. Mean the one dressed as a cheerleader?
Huh?
Oh, you mean Candy. Yeah, you need to stay away from her.
Them? Why?
I don't know.
Huh?
Huh?
Just stay away from her. That's all I know.
Huh.
And you know that how exactly?
I just do. If you know what's good for you, stay away from Candy.
That's never a good thing to hear on Halloween. Now I just have more questions. Hey, have you seen my friend Joy? She's a little shorter than me, dressed in black. Really pretty and cool. And she has a really husky voice, and sometimes I dream about her actually being nice to me for a change. Because that's totally a hetero way to describe a friend. Hey, shut up! Joy is cool.
Right. Yeah, I know Joy. She should be back sometime soon.
What?
Back? I just saw her in the forest. She said to come find her. Where'd she go?
Hey, cool it. Joy just had to go get something for the party real quick. She'll be right back. She doesn't tell you to get a drink and just stay here so she can find you. It's all good.
You're sure it was her?
Yeah, pretty sure. Your roommate is the only goth chick here, which is kind of a shame. There's something incredibly odd about them, especially on Halloween night.
Yeah, I guess that's... Oh, wait, how'd she know she's my roommate?
Huh? Oh, you said so.
No.
No, she didn't.
Look, the point is she said to wait here and get a drink, so get drinking.
Oh, wait, there's something else I need to ask you.
What? I'm getting tired of all your questions.
You're on the football team, right? You know Kenny?
Kenny? Yeah, I know him. He's our third lineman. Actually, he should be back with the hot dogs by now.
What?
What do you mean, back?
So, funny story, actually. Turns out we remembered to bring buns, but we totally forgot to pick up anything to go in them. A rookie mistake. Can't have buns without the meat. There's some sexual innuendo going on there, if you catch my drift. There's so much. Hear those wolves out there? They're howling because they get the joke. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like to have it anyways.
Although, I'm not usually against just having some nice buns, if you know what I mean.
I hate that. A different joke. Look. It was a different joke. But the fact that the same direction happened, I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad that I could predict more or less what was coming next, completely on accident. I don't know whether to be ashamed of myself or not. Gotta get that brain surgery. You deserve the death that you're going to receive.
Huh?
Nothing, just practicing my spooky lines. Any idea when Kenny will be back?
Well, that's the thing. He should be here by now. You're just driving up to the old gas station and back.
The one 5 miles away?
Christ damn it.
Huh?
Nothing. Hey, I'm just gonna go over there and practice my act until Kenny gets back, okay?
Hey!
Cool. Hey, don't forget to grab a drink.
Sure thing.
Demon.
The old gas station is way outside the spell's barrier. What happens when someone tries to leave the barrier from the inside?
Well...
The short answer, we're not going to see Kenny until the start of the next loop. I was afraid of that. So what's the long answer? Is there any way to get to him? The time bubble you created works by making small pocket dimensions. A small pocket dimension that's running at a much faster speed than the world outside. Anything that tries to leave the bubble passes through some kind of a buffer zone.
Huh?
Buffer zone? What does that do?
Well...
If the spell ends, then the buffer zone releases everything caught in it exactly in the same state it was as it was leaving. Do they know they're trapped?
No.
Anyone caught in it wouldn't even know anything that had happened once they were free. But if the loop repeats, then the buffer empties anything inside it back into the spell area to be resettled with everything else. So Kenny is trapped in limbo until the next loop. Is there any way to get him out of the barrier before then? We can't exactly afford to wait. Wait around, twiddling our thumbs with the spell draining the life out of me. Not without drastically tampering with the spell that's holding our current reality together while we're still trapped in it. I'm going to guess that's not a good idea. There are a few worse ones.
Damn it.
If Kenny's out of the picture, that makes things a lot harder for us. There has to be someone else who knows where to find the witch's cave. But how are we going to find them? It's not like I can just go around asking strangers. Maybe you should be asking yourself why you're talking to a pumpkin instead of coming over to see me after your shit in the woods like I told you to. Go to hell.
Joy! Sorry.
I guess I got a little distracted. What a surprise. V got distracted. Or is it Vi? I don't remember. You've been acting weird. Did you take your meds tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I took them before we left. At least, I think I did. Dude. God, you give me such a scatterbrain sometimes. That doesn't help me. I'll call that Vi. Here, I brought some with me just in case. In fact, take an extra one just to be sure. That's not how pills work.
But...
Joy, I'm fine. No, you're not. You're talking to a pumpkin. You're acting crazy and people are going to start getting suspicious. Is that what you want?
No!
Of course not.
Vi.
I know this isn't your scene, but you want to be normal, right? Just be treated like everyone else. Isn't that what you said? Yes? Well, carrying around an ugly jack-o'-lantern is only vaguely considered normal if you're 10 years old.
But...
Oh, you pissed her off. You pissed off the demon.
Vi.
Put that stupid-looking thing down and go get a drink like a normal human being. I feel ashamed even talking to you right now.
Okay.
I'll find somewhere to put it. Throw it in the lake or something for all I care. Just hurry up. The thing gives me the creeps. Once it's gone, I need to come right back here. Do you understand? You're going to help me with the little long-term project I've been working on. Round 2? Uh-oh. Electric Boogaloo. Long-term project. What is name? Joy. What does joy mean? Joy needs Vivian's help tonight. Something important that only Vivian can help with. Really? Joy needs Vivian's help? I do. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That was really fast. See, I was so confident after the pronoun band we did earlier today that my brain broke. But yes, okay, that's part of it. It's a combination of I was so overconfident and also like there's that point where it's like, okay, I need to do the voice, but I also need to remember the pronouns, and the voice took priority over remembering not to do pronouns, so I did pronoun. Does that make sense? I'm juggling multiple things in my brain at once when you give me the word band, and it's very funny. But seriously, betrayed by the sultry goth lady whose entire thing is that she's an absolute pain in the ass. Are you hot? Yes. Are you a dickwad? Also yes. There ain't no flag that's big enough. Ain't no flag that's red enough. Blah blah blah. Anyways. Seriously, there's something not right about that pumpkin. Get it out of here. I don't want to look at it for another second.
Okay.
I'll be right back, Joy.
Vivian!
There you are.
Sorry.
Can't talk now. But it's about... Excuse me.
Hey!
But... I'm sorry, Candy. We'll be back later.
Hey.
Ah! Jill!
Damn it, Jill. Don't do that.
What?
Did you seriously forget about me? No? I get a little excited when Joy asks me to do something for her. That's all. when you're a very useless subby lesbian. Anyways. I noticed.
Hey.
Those are those pills she gave you. Are you sick?
What?
You saw that? I was literally in your arms, Vi. It was kind of hard to miss. Don't call me that. Only Joy is allowed to call me that. And those pills are none of your business.
Huh.
Now, I'm totally sure this topic isn't coming up again to be extremely relevant later on. I'm being pelted. Not everything is a movie, demon. Closest thing to a red flag you could find. Sometimes I forget I have that emote. Uh-huh, sure.
Well...
So what do you want me to call you?
Huh?
Just Vivian is fine. Pronouns. She, her. Nothing fancy. What about you? Jill works. I'm in a kind of she, her mood too, I guess.
Huh?
Oh, you're gender fluid? More like gender plasma. Gender's something we demons picked up from humans, so we don't take it too seriously. That's right, I forgot about gender plasma. Fucking love gender plasma. Such a great fucking line. Good shit. The pin is coming? Good. I have no idea how to respond to that. Huh. Well, no, that sounded bad.
What the?
What was that?
Thrice, damn it.
It's starting earlier than I thought.
What?
What is? It sounds like it came from the lake. Hurry! We have to see what happened.
What?
Congratulations, Maya. What? Okay.
Vivian!
Shoot, where did she go? I carried Jill in my arms and I rushed toward the sound, using the light from her head like a flashlight. There's another dock a little further south of the one Mark had picked for the campsite, and I figured that was where the sound had come from. Sometimes I hate being right.
Chapter complete.
What the?
Chapter 5, CSI Shish Kebab. No, that's not possible. The evidence would indicate otherwise. It's time to solve a murder. Let's go solve a murder. It's Ace Attorney time.
But...
You were with me the whole time. I was holding you when we heard the scream. You couldn't have killed them.
Duh.
No shit, Sherlock. I didn't kill them last time either.
What?
Wait, what? Hold on. Are you telling me there's another killer out here?
Well...
Well, technically no. I never actually killed anybody. Is it on your TikTok for your page? Okay, here's the thing. If you say the translated with the pumpkin thing, that can mean a lot of them. Okay? You realize that, right? I'm sure that you're thinking of a very specific one, but that's a lot of them.
Huh?
Speak up, I can't hear you. I said I never actually killed anybody.
What?
And we're back to this again. Once again, several people did that. And also, that being said, I do think I know who you're talking about. Look, it wasn't for lack of trying. I fully intended to slaughter all of you. I even picked out a couple kills from the old Thursday the 12th series I wanted to try to replicate. But every time I found a suitable target, they were already drowned, crushed, impaled, or otherwise dead. Actually, now that I think about it, you and your little troop of walking stereotypes are the only people I met who kept your lungs long enough to scream when you saw me. I can't believe it. If you weren't the killer, then who... Wait, that means whoever killed Joy is still out there. I have to get back to the party and warn her. I can't let her... Hey!
Hey!
Hold your horses, Romeo. Get your vines off me before I smash your head like an egg, demon. I don't really talk about it a whole lot. It's mainly for announcements and for like polls and stuff for more for future stuff.
Hey!
I mean, this doesn't. She's not hurting her that much. It should be fine.
Yeesh.
Then people call me a hothead. Look, just call. Oh, the fact that. Oh, you mean the original contract? The fact that she didn't kill anyone, correct? Look, just calm down and listen to me, okay?
Joy.
I have to save Joy.
Hey!
Your pumpkin-hating bitch of a crush will be fine. Don't call her that. She said she wanted you to meet her back at the party, right? Yes? If the timeline is progressing the same as it did before, then she should be reasonably safe so long as she doesn't go back to that clearing where we found her body. You're right. As long as I can keep her away from that clearing, she'll be okay. Well, she'll be less likely to die anyway. The only way to make sure she and, more importantly, you stay alive is to find whoever is stealing my kills and turn them inside out. I don't like how you phrase that, but I agree. Alright, you can let me go now.
Sorry.
Sorry for, threatening to smash you. That's okay. Not like you could really hurt me anyway. I'm a lot more durable than I look, you know. I'll keep that in mind. Still, it's too bad we didn't get here in time to see who killed these two. Guess you better find somewhere to stash me so you can head back to the party and find another lead on the witch's cave. I have a better idea. Why are we getting closer to the dead bodies? I was too focused on finding Joy last time to take a proper look at the crime scene. But now that I'm a little calmer, I should be able to apply what I learned in the classroom and find some clues about our unknown slasher. Classroom? Wait, are you like a CSI in training? Not quite. I'm studying to be a forensic psychologist. Oh, so you're more like fell on his brains. Awesome! So this means you'll be able to construct the perpetrator from the scene of the crime, right? Well, that show tends to exaggerate what we can do, and I'm only a student, but I should be able to figure out something. Awesome! What can I do to help? Just give me some light and let me know if you see anything that seems out of place. This may not be my first dead body tonight, but this is my first time doing a real investigation. That's true. Yeah, it's weird. Gotcha. Okay, let's find some clues. Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues. What have we got? Well, you're impaled. Yeesh, I think between the two of them, this guy got it worse. It's certainly not a good way to go. It looks like the post stabbed through him just under the ribcage. If he didn't die immediately from the sheer trauma, I doubt he would have lived longer than a few seconds after he was impaled. So, the post destroyed his diaphragm. Does that mean our killer has knowledge of anatomy and purposely killed him in such a way that he wouldn't be able to call for help? Shh, Fluffy, I can do it, it's okay. You watch a lot of crime shows, don't you? Maybe. Well, to answer your question, no. We heard him scream as he fell into the post, remember? Oh yeah, but then why did it go to the effort of impaling him, but just to leave the other guy floating in the lake? The post is pretty sharp. As horrific as this is, I think he was just shoved backwards and fell into the post, possibly by accident. Oh, that's a lame way to die. I haven't seen any good ways to die than tonight. Hey, there's blood on this ore. So there is. That's odd. It must have spurted out of the guy on the post when he got impaled. No, look around. There's no blood anywhere else on the dock, and the body is angled so that any fountain-like blood splurt, like you're imagining, would spray towards the lake, not on the dock. Maybe the killer used the ore to try and pry him off the post then? Or more likely, the blood didn't come from the impaled body. Ah! Ya boy! Thank you for the 21 months! Hello, hello. Thank you for the resub. Hi, Biscuit. Hi, buddy. Are you up from your nap? Would you like to get in my lap? Oh, cat in a lap. Cat in a lap. Hey, there's some of those red cups from the party. No surprise there. These two are from the party. They must have slipped away and come here after Mark passed out the cups. Look, you can see the names and what they drank written on them. Bobby T, Cola. Johnny R, Liquor, Rum, Vodka, Fireball. She's write the whole drinks menu on this thing. Either he really wanted to win the drinking competition, or he had never mixed a drink before in his life. Biscuit, everyone's saying hello because they love you. Farewell, Johnny R. We hardly knew ye. Apart from how you would have made a terrible bartender. There's blood coming from this guy's head. I saw he probably suffered some kind of head wound, either before falling into the water or on his way down. I don't see anything he could have hit as he fell, and the water's pretty deep at the end of the dock. It doesn't look that deep. Trust me, I fell in there plenty of times. Well, what do you expect when you walk around with your eyes shut? But I agree that it seems likely that something struck him in the head first, then he fell into the water. We got body, ore, cups. Oh, there's something behind us. Aha, footprints. The most classic clue of all. Well, I can't argue with that. Especially since, like all classic footprints, these don't make any sense. What do you mean? Well, just look at them. These are my footprints, right? Yeah. And these two sets have to be from the victims. What's your point? The only prints here are the ones leading onto the dock. None of them lead away from it. Oh yeah, but there are 2 bodies and you're carrying me. That's 3 and 3, right? And what's the problem? The problem is, where are the killer's footprints? If the only footprints are from me and our victims, then how did the killer get onto the docks, or off of it? Oh, that's easy. It is? It's obvious. If the killer didn't come by land, they must have come by sea. Killer must have come up out of the lake. That would certainly make sense as an escape route, but there's a problem with your theory on the killer using it as an entrance. Oh? Look at the dock floor. It's completely dry. No puddles or water anywhere. If the killer came up out of the lake, then they should have left some kind of a sign. Maybe they used a boat, but there's already a boat tied to the end of this dock. And if the killer took another boat, then we should have seen it in the water when we arrived. The fact that I already know how this particular crime scene happened. Okay, I think that's about all the clues we're going to find here.
Huh.
So, we have 2 dudes who broke away from the party and came onto these docks alone.
Uh-huh.
One of them had a very strong drink in hand, the other was drinking a plain soda. And then, someone comes out of nowhere, clocks one guy over the head into the lake, and goes all Vlad Tepish on the other. Then our unknown killer disappears without the trace that they were ever here, apart from 2 dead bodies.
Ah.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If you're about to suggest that there's another demon or magical entity hunting around here, then you'd best brace yourself for disappointment.
Well,
I'm the only supernatural force on this lake aside from the book, and I can say for certain that the book had no part in this.
Huh?
How can you be sure? Magic here works by modifying the code of your reality. I can read the code, and I can tell when it's been altered and by who. There hasn't been any magic used around here since your spell. This double murder was completely mundane. But that's impossible! The evidence shows only 2 people were on this dock.
Damn it.
Damn it, I must have missed something.
Hey!
Hang on a minute, I think you might be onto something here.
Huh?
We assume that there were 3 people here, the 2 victims and the killer. What if there was no third person? Is there any way the rest of the clues make sense that way? I don't know. Oh, let's start at the beginning. Is there anything that might tell us why these 2 came out here? Maybe the ore? What does that show? Well, if they brought an ore, then they were probably going to use the boat, right? The ores don't come on the boat. Well, you used to have to rent them from the forest rangers. I guess it was easier to hand out the ores than a whole boat. But I think they stopped doing that when the ranger station closed down. And now that I think about it, there were ores already in the boat we took to get to the witch's cave, so the ores might have already been here. Probably. Let's try something else then. How about the footprints? What about them? Well, the footprints are pretty clear in the sand, so I don't think they were running for their life. But the toes are deeper in the sand than the heels on one of the sets of footprints. So whoever left them might have been walking on tiptoes. Like one of them was sneaking up on the other. I don't think so. The tracks show they were walking side by side, but I think one of them was nervous about something.
whoa.
Whoa, you could tell someone's attitude just by some footprints they left in the sand? Well, it's one possible explanation. But even if it's true, it doesn't tell us why they were nervous and what they were doing out here.
Hmm.
True, but if we work with the idea that one of them was nervous, maybe one of the other clues will make more sense. Maybe. The cups? Yeah, see that? Yes. Actually, never mind. It was a basic conjecture. No, tell me. Well, remember how one of the drinks was ridiculously strong? There are plenty of possible explanations for why someone would do that at a party, but... Well, I mean, if someone invited me to come with them to look at a beautiful moonlit lake, I'd either think they were going to murder me or confess.
Wow.
Oh, so you think Johnny made up the strongest thing possible to get enough courage to ask Bobby out? It's just a theory. No, it makes sense. Okay, so the two came here for a moonlight confession. But how do we get from gay Hallmark moment to a CSI intro?
Well.
Maybe the confession went really well and they killed each other out of joy. That doesn't make sense, does it? Give it another shot. Maybe Bobby's confession didn't go over well. Whoa. You mean this was some kind of murder-suicide? Something like that. I think what happened is... Wait. Huh? Allow me. Well now, Bobby, isn't that just a wonderful... Johnny invites Bobby out to a romantic moonlight scene to profess his love. And he loads himself on booze to build up his courage. But when he finally confesses his true feelings, Bobby is unable to return them. He tries to let Johnny down easy, but alas. With alcohol still swirling in his head, Johnny picks up a nearby oar and swings it at Bobby's head in a fit of scorned rage. Bobby goes tumbling into the water, and Johnny sees the lifeless corpse of his love float up to the surface. He looks down at Bobby's bobbing body, and Shakespearean tragedy stirs in his heart. Horrified by what he's done, Johnny looks around for help but sees only the pointed moonlit tip of the dock post. He knows what he must do. He hurls himself backwards onto the post, piercing it through his already broken heart. Blech. So ends the tragic tale of Bob and Joe. Do you write fanfiction by any chance? Yeah, all demons do. Why? Thank you for the honk. Good timing on that. Confirmed, all demons write fanfiction. Everyone please pretend to be shocked. No reason. But getting back to your assessment, I'll grant you it's at least plausible. Although if we assume the murderer was one with the strong drink, I think it's more likely that he simply lost his balance after swinging the oar and fell into the post by accident. Rather than pausing to dramatically fling himself backward on the spike, especially since when we heard the splash and the scream at roughly the same time. I like my version better. I'm sure you do. But if we're right and this is actually some kind of bizarre murder-suicide, or even just an accident, that still leaves us with an even bigger question. If these two killed themselves, then who stole my other kills? Not the way I would have put it, but yes. This also hasn't brought us any closer to saving Joy.
Hey.
Do you know how to get to where she was killed?
Huh?
Yeah, I think so. Then let's go. Maybe we can figure out something there and just wait for the killer to arrive. Really?
Well...
It's not like we have any leads on where to find the witch's cave. Plus, I can tell how important this is to you. I figure if you're not worried about the pumpkin hater getting axed, you're going to be more fully down. That's not even a word and I agree with ya. That's not even a word and I agree with ya. Am I gonna ever start doing a thing where I have to respond in whatever character voice I was doing at the time? That's not even a word and I agree with ya. You're going to be more willing to help me. Thank you. Well, you're walking this time. I'm not carrying you around everywhere. Oh. So that was your first investigation together. How close were you two to the truth? Pretty close. We were off on a few details, but we only found that out later. Woo! Objection! Or the interviewer. Woo! Objection! I see. So your next stop was the clearing where you had found Joy's body? Yes, but we ran into an unpleasant acquaintance along the way. Chapter complete! This will definitely have to end up being a two-parter, which will definitely continue. She's a real ball buster. I think I remember what happens here. It's very funny. So, do you know where we're going? You do know where we're going this time, right? It's kind of hard to forget where you saw your best friend's corpse. Right, sorry.
Hey!
Hey, Vi, is that you?
Crap, it's Mark. Want me to kill him?
Chill!
What? No! No killing, just go hide for a minute. I'll take care of this. Fine, close your eyes.
There you are, birthday girl.
Oh, hey, Mark, didn't see you there.
Everybody's looking for you. What gives?
Huh?
They are?
Yeah, Joy said you hadn't been acting like yourself lately. She's asking everyone where you were. She's real worried.
Oh my god, I completely forgot. She said she needed my help with something. I have to go. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be so...
Huh?
Whoa, hey, careful, Vi. You okay?
It's Vivian. And yeah, I'm fine. I just tripped over a plant root.
Wow, it's almost like it's wrapped around your leg.
Yeah, imagine that.
Here, let me get that for you.
Thanks for the offer, but... Whoa, did you just rip those vines apart with your bare hands?
Marcus Andrew Martin!
No plan can stand up to Marcus Andrew Martin. Now let's get you back to the party.
Actually, can you do me a favor? Can you tell Joy that I have something really important that I need to do and I won't be able to help her?
Huh?
Tell her I'm really sorry, but I just can't put this off.
Uh-huh. Well, how about you come and tell her yourself, okay?
Excuse me. I can't. I wish I could, but I really have to go. Hey!
Huh?
Joy was right. You are acting weird.
Let go of me, Mark. I'm warning you.
You're coming with me now.
Last chance.
Look, Vi, this is for your own good.
Just gonna let that sit for a second. Nice fucking hit. I think I know what's good for me. Thanks. You're gonna pay for that, you little...
Barbecue boy?
The lady says she's not going anywhere, barbecue boy.
What?
What the? Who the hell are you?
Interesting choice of phrase. Vivian, would you mind turning around for a sec?
Hey!
Hey, this ain't none of your business yet.
I love that she knew what was going to happen. She's like, no, I'm not gonna look.
What the?
Your worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare? Really? Oh, come on, like you haven't dreamed of saying that line. What happened? What did sound alerts do? Or not do? She makes a good point. I feel like almost everyone dreams of being able to say that at least once in their life. Well, maybe. I'm surprised you didn't kill him, though. I know I said not to, but still. It won't send the Titanic flute? As I say it. As I fucking said it. I said it won't. That's really fucking funny. Oh, no, you didn't. Here's the thing, his nuts don't deserve an F in the chat. It's fine. Time to go off with a nut crunch? Oh, that's unfortunate. That would have been extremely funny, though. Any death I give him would have been too dignified for a slime ball like that. I mean, he is a slime ball, but he was just trying to help me back to joy.
Hey!
And that's another thing. What's with you and that pumpkin hater? All anyone has to do is say her name and you do whatever they tell you with a smile.
Huh.
I thought it was just some closet gay crush at first, but now I'm getting concerned. It's not a crush, she helps me. I owe her, more than I can ever repay. Helps you? What is that? Look, can we talk about this after we make sure she's not going to die? Please? On one condition. I want you to promise me to rein it in a little with your joy crazy shtick. At least so I don't have to keep physically restraining you.
Fine.
Now, let's get going. Chapter complete. That felt like a short chapter. Jill and I didn't talk much after that until we arrived at the circle. I don't know what was on her mind, but all I could think about was Joy. What about her specifically? Mostly how disappointed she was going to be in me for not doing what she told me to do. A big part of me wanted to just run back and tell her everything, but a bigger part made me keep walking toward that circle. Well, a bigger pumpkin demon anyway. Do you think you made the right choice? About going to the circle instead of back to the party? Yes. It was time I started confronting some painful realities, though I had no idea how painful it was going to be.
Okay.
Chapter 7, Knives, Goats, and the French. I don't know what the French have to do with this. That's fine. Normally it's Latin. Here it is. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I remember this place. That's where I chased you and the boy toys for the first time. Yeah. We found Joy's body in the center of the circle with a weird knife sticking out of her chest. Well, what is this all for? Huh? How should I know?
But
you're a demon, aren't you? Can't you tell what this ritual stuff is supposed to do? Now who's been watching too many movies?
Huh?
There's nothing magical about anything here. It's all fake.
What?
I mean, just look at it. Spooky symbols drawn on the ground, random objects laid around in a satanic pentagram, a giant gold skull, and black candles. This is all just some kind of stage show. There is a real dead body here. My best friend's body.
Pumpkin hater.
They keep reminding me. Look, I'm not saying nothing bad is going to happen here. I'm just saying that there's nothing magical going on. So this is the work of a mundane murderer? Well, a mundane something anyway. How about we look around for clues? Maybe we can figure out who set this up.
Fine.
Find the clues. Part 2.
Let's look at the goat skull. Hello? There's no way this thing's real. You're free to check it for a made in China sticker. But I overheard some people complaining about how they had to dissect goat heads for biology class last week. Aren't you humans supposed to dissect frogs or something? We did that in high school? Was that high school or was that 8th grade? What year was that? How old was I? I don't remember anymore. It was, let's see here, chemistry was 7th grade, that was physics. That was 9th grade. So it was probably 7th grade? Did I? A cat? I would not have been able to do a cat. A frog I was fine with. I could not have done a cat. Oh, you're in high school? That's high school stuff. I'm in college. Wait, doesn't this mean whoever set this up is from your college? Our school did. We were a magnet school. We were a smart kid school. One of the two in the city. I went to smart kid school. And by that I mean I went to a school that made me feel super inadequate very quickly. When before that I was so good at many things. Very good, Jill. Maybe your head isn't completely hollow after all. Thanks! Wait, are you insulting me? Oh, damn it. I keep making the joke before the game has a chance to make the joke. How many times has this happened now that I make a joke and then all of a sudden I realize, no, Kay already wrote that in? I mean, to be fair, that one was obvious. Hey, look at that, there's something over here. What's at the cooler? Hey, I think I see something over there. Where? Over there, behind that tree. Come on. It's one of the coolers from the party. What's that doing out here? I've got a bad feeling about this.
What the?
Whoa.
Whoa. That doesn't look like beach party stuff to me. That's the knife! The one that killed Joy! This isn't the same one that melts people, is it? No, that one was all metal. This thing looks like it's made of bone and wrapped in some kind of leather. I know, Exert, but I'm pretty sure this is all man-made material. You mean it's fake? No, I mean it's all made out of man. Human bone and human skin leather. How can you be sure? Well, I mean, it could be made out of a woman or non-binary, but then the pun wouldn't really work. Can you take this seriously?
Yeesh.
Just trying to lighten the mood a little. So it's made out of human parts? Yes, it is. Great. Great! Hey, isn't that lovely, everybody? It's made out of human. Love that for us. Super spooky on this lovely Halloween night. Well, this isn't German. It looks like French. It looks like the late 16th century, going by the grammar, though I'm no expert. Wait, you can read French? There are stories in every language and culture in your world. What, did you think demons only learned the ones in English? Okay, fair, but how can you tell it's 16th century? Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm more of a movie fan. But I paid enough attention in class to know my Renaissance from my contemporaries. Also, my professor is really into France. Every time I talk to you, I feel like I have so many more questions about my reality. I feel the same way about you. But getting back to the page, the text is Old French, but I'm sure you've already noticed the paper itself is modern. Yeah, it looks like it was photocopied or printed out from a book and then just tossed into the cooler. You can see it's a bit crumpled in places. What does it say? I think I can guess from the picture, but... yeah, it's just standard instructions on making a sacrifice to some ancient god of the moon to gain untold power, mumbo-jumbo. It's not real. I'm pretty sure someone thinks it's very real, Jill. I mean, okay, fine. But my point is this ritual isn't going to give someone actual magic powers. So it's a 16th century French scam? Or some whole old human-invented cult, I'd say. Does the page say who the sacrifice is made to? Even if it's not real, the deity could be an important clue. No, it's pretty vague. There's some talk about the elements and star alignments, but just a lot of up-your-own-ass poetry. I think that's something to do with the moon, but I'm not sure what. But you're sure it's a human sacrifice? I think so. It's using very flowery language, so it might be a metaphor. I don't really get it. Neither do I. This is making less and less sense by the minute. Oh, look, paint. Is that a jar of paint? Possibly jam? Just a cooler full of jam out here, right? You know, put this on a sandwich. Everything's fine. Looks a little bit thin and a little bit watered down. Going by what's on the paintbrush, I'd say it's a jar of blood. Okay, well, that's fun. You cannot be serious. Well, we've both seen enough of it tonight. What do you think? Okay, yeah, it's probably blood. Huh, I feel like I should be more upset about this. Why? We've just got our first big break. Huh? Well, let's just say our killer just made their first and last mistake by leaving this here. But let's finish looking around first. I doubt we'll have time once I start. Okay. Joy! I love that there's just blood out here. By the ritual circle. There's something weird about these candles. You mean because they're spooky black candles? I mean, they're not made out of normal wax. I'm more interested in this hold on, I can find a voice. I'm more interested in this pentagram. I thought it was just painted on the ground at first, but this thing has 3 dimensions to it. It looks like it's made from some kind of cloth, but it's been stuffed with something heavy to weigh it down. And it smells kind of like my dad's old cedar chest. So somebody made a giant pentagram-shaped pillow and, what, filled it with wood chips? It seems like a lot of effort if none of this is for real magic. Okay, so what have we learned?
Well...
My best friend was used as a human sacrifice by some moon-worshipping French cult from my school's biology class? And going from the homemade candles and portable pentagram, they're at least halfway decent in arts and crafts, too. And I thought things were getting crazy before. Did we switch scripts or something? At this point, my sense of reality is too shaken to argue with your stupidity. So, you think whoever set this up is responsible for all the other murders around here? Is it bad to say I hope so? I really don't want to consider the possibility of a third killer. Wouldn't it technically be a fourth? There's already me, the witch, and whoever set this up. Yeah, but you haven't killed anyone, remember? Grumpy pumpkin noises. Interesting. Weird. Maybe it's because I was on the wrong... No, I was on the deluxe edition. Is it the deluxe edition or the final cut? That might be the problem. Which reminds me of the two we found on the docks. Yeah, looking back on it, does it seem weird to you that there just happened to be a random murder-suicide tonight? It does seem like a bit too much of a coincidence, but I don't see how it could be connected. Neither do I. There you go, Kay. That's what the problem is. Well, there's your problem. I'm glad that we solved this. Neither do I. And I'm still no closer to saving Joy. Au contraire, mon ami. I happen to have the solution to that particular problem. You do? You watch. Oh wait, what are you...
Huh.
Bit of a smoky aftertaste.
What?
Eat the knife? I incinerated, and the ritual instructions. No knife to death, pumpkin hater. Also, no evidence to find the killer with? Wrong again. I saw the most important piece of evidence. Behold, the key to our victory. The jar of blood?
Huh?
The blood jar? Isn't that a little creepy and nasty? With this and a little bit of real magic I prepared before I left home, I'll be able to track down our mystery killer like a jack-headed bloodhound.
Ugh.
Please never refer to anything as jack-headed ever again. So, how is this going to work anyway?
Well,
The spell works kind of like a file search on your computer. It'll use the blood in this jar as a base, and then search for the largest concentration of that same substance in a designated area. Which in this case is the entire reality created by your spell. So it's like a DNA-sniffing bloodhound? More like a hellhound, but yes. Pretty neat, huh? I brought it in case I had the one that got away moment with an injured victim. Nothing more annoying than a loose end, you know? So the spell will lead us to whoever's blood is in the jar, but what if they run away before we find them? That's the best part. Since I have a natural affinity for fire and energy manipulation, the spell will create a trail of flames from the bottle to our killer for us to follow. And once the fire finds its target, it'll trap them in a circle of flames so they can't escape. Pretty cool, huh? I know you're a little new to this physical world, as you keep calling it, so I think it's prudent to remind you that we're in a forest. Yeah, so sending a trail of open flame through a bunch of dry leaves and flammable trees might not be the best idea. Especially since you're supposed to help keep me from dying, remember? I know. There's nothing to worry your little human head about. I got this under control. You mean you can stop the spell if it gets out of hand? Well, no, you can't stop a spell while it's executing.
What?
But then how are you going to stop the time loop and keep me from dying?
Oh!
Oh, that's different. It's not executing, it's just maintaining a loop. I just have to tell it not to repeat again. But I have to do that before the reset starts. You know, the whole thing with the tornado you did? Well, once that begins, there's nothing anyone can do to stop it. So it's like a machine gun. You can't stop a bullet once it's fired, but you can take the finger off the trigger to keep it from firing again? CPU's haunted. It's what? Cock's gun again? CPU's haunted. Damage on 6 pins. Ooh, rough. Yeah, no, they need to send that thing back and get a better one. Hey, you're getting the hang of this. Yeah, that's a good analogy. So, is there any way I can stop you from pulling the trigger on this spell? I told you, no need to worry. The contract's magic should keep me from doing anything that can harm you. Should? Considering how easy you've been ignoring the witch's contract, I am not filled with confidence. Look, it'll be fine, okay? Besides, it's not like we have any other leads. By the way, at the end of this chapter is probably we're gonna call it for the night. But for now, about that jar, I take it you're under the impression that the killer put their own blood inside it? Yeah, who else's blood would it be?
well...
I think it's more likely it's from a former victim than the killer. Look, anyone who's crazy enough to murder another person because I think will grant them magical powers from the moon is certainly crazy enough to put their own blood in a jar to paint with. Well, you can't argue with crazy. Exactly. I was talking about you. That's very cute. Children of the Corn Syrup was very funny. I do like that joke. Alright, let's get on with it. Okay, stand back and watch me show our wannabe wizard some real magic. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. I stood back and watched as Jill held her hand over the jar for a few seconds before a line of fire shot up from it. And shot straight at me. The fire trap captured you. For a while, Jill and I just stared at each other in shock. Jill put out the fire spell and then tried it a couple more times to make sure it was working, but each time it was the same result. It didn't matter where I stood or how far away I was, the fire always went right for me. And what did you think it meant? There was only one thing it could have meant. Somehow, that jar was filled with my blood. You look tired, and we've been going for over an hour, or 3. Let's take a break. Okay, I guess this is a good place to stop. Things got pretty crazy after that. There was so much I was about to find out. Why people were dying, what the ritual was for, who was still waiting for us in the woods. We hadn't even met the witch again. Things got really bad after that. And it can wait. Right now, I want you to go... Posturing. I was in fact not postured correctly. Hydrating. Right now, I want you to go get a drink, get some air, and relax a little. Remind yourself that this is over. Is it though? It doesn't feel like it is. It almost feels like I'm still stuck in the loop. All the more reason to take a break. Now go. Oh, that's not gonna come back and bite us, is it? This definitely... Now I'm almost certain that this is still taking place during the loop. And not actually the day after, finally. End of demo! This isn't the demo. But that is where we're gonna call it. We're gonna overwrite saves. And I'm going to say... Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope everyone is enjoying their Halloween. Will continue to enjoy their Halloween. I was about to say something. Hold on. It's on the tip of my tongue. I've got it. I'm losing it. I've got it. I'm losing it. Okay. Now that we've already started this, we're probably going to keep playing this every now and then until we finish it. Alongside Ace Attorney, and we're so close. God, we're so fucking close to being done with both Apollo Justice Trilogy and Digimon Survive. We're so close, y'all. Anyways, Saturday, Digimon Survive. Sunday or Monday, either this again, or Ace Attorney, or we'll bring Ace Attorney back for Thursday, or... I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But for now, thank you all so much for joining me. And thank you all for voting in the poll. This also means a lot of people also voted for Inscription. So, I might have that as a game to play later after some of these other games are finished. In part because I do actually want to play it. But I had enough votes, so I was like, yeah, sure, cool. This is enough reason for me to absolutely play this on stream later. Even if not for Halloween. But that is all from me for today. Let's see here. Why is someone already posting an "all I want for Christmas is you" meme? No! November's tomorrow! Today's still Halloween! Stop it! Anyways. Alright. But that is... Yeah, no, that's all. Let me go see. There might not be... Not really. So we're just gonna call it here. Y'all have a great rest of your Halloween night. I'll see you all on Saturday and or Discord or wherever. Blue Sky, Tumblr, and wherever you are. Wherever I am, you can find me there. About 4 streams, maybe. I mean, I tend to do about 3-hour sessions though, so I can maybe finish it in 2 or 3. We'll see. But yeah. That's all for me tonight. I'll see you all later. Farewell, everyone. Go get some food. I'm hungry. Who else is hungry? I want food.